Wasn't it from a 10-year-old or a 12-year-old or something?
No, that was in season 1. This
Right.
was the other dude's wife because he
Yes.
wouldn't let her in the league.
Jenny, yes.
Even she's kind of terrible.
They're supposed to be. I'm sure people believe the same of us. We have our own things that we do. That most people go, Flex, well, you weren't there. You don't get it. Tra la 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 la. Tra la 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 la.
Is that the banana splits?
It is. 1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4. A lot of feedback.
So the Giants released 7 people, none of which who I've ever heard of.
Of course. Rob would like to know how you're feeling today.
I am feeling a much better shade of shitty than I was. Thank you for asking.
Yes, a deeper shade of soul.
I'm certainly not 100%, but I'm probably a good solid 85.
And we'll take that any week.
Plus, it's always better. And should I rub it in?
Well, when we actually start, yes.
Okay.
Bill is terrible. Don't you know this, Gail? You've been here long enough. All right.
Depends who you ask.
Yes.
Configa likes me.
He does. He does. And he wished you well.
He did. You want to know what's funny, Cranky Pants? A couple of years ago, we had an episode called Powder.
We did.
Talking about the fact that Bill was a very pale shade of white.
Indeed.
And Jamie's Photoshop skills, while impressive, did not help my cause on that point.
But it did help people to understand.
Which I don't know if I can... I'm going to see if I can't find that episode.
See, Gail remembers. Ghost poop.
Jamie has photoshopped me in the absolute best/worst ways.
He is stupid. Well, he
But
knows
he knows that he is stupid.
That one was one of my favorites.
I don't see the artwork for Powder on Mr. Throwback Thursday. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Let's see. It should be there.
Now, how can I do this?
Okay. What you need to do...
I'm going to do is...
share your screen.
All right. Let me go here.
Since you have all the magical controls now.
Yeah, but I don't know where that's... Oh, there it is.
It's
Share.
right down at the bottom.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Hit share screen.
Yep. And then pick whatever you want to show people.
It's on another tab, so...
That's fine. You can share a tab. Or you can just open that tab, whichever works for you. The magical behind the scenes that everybody pays big money for. You guys are all getting for free.
I don't know how to do this.
Wait, do you have the screen in front of you that you're sharing?
Chrome tab. Here we go. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. And hit share.
Right. Now, what we're going to do is, hold on, since I have something up,
uh-huh,
I have to go over here. I have to go here. And I have to remove this so people don't see that.
There we go. And there's my tab. That's Bill as Powder.
Now, if you click the window all the way to the right, you see where you have it selected to share? Yeah. That'll share the whole screen.
There you go. Look at that. That was Bill as Powder.
Yes. Right, and now I'll put this back up. I'll bring this back over here. I will remove Bill's tab from the screen.
Yep. And then I can just hit delete, right?
You should be able to.
Or just hit stop screen.
You can stop screen, yeah.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
So that was one of his wonderful photoshops. There was also the something about Mary one.
Yep. And did we have Charlie McCarthy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I believe you were Edgar Bergen and I was Charlie McCarthy.
At least I was not Willie Tyler and you were not Lester.
No. Dude,
Hello, Jared. All right.
Don't sleep on Willie Tyler and Lester,
I
man.
loved it. Much better than Waylon Flowers and Madam.
Although they both were on Hollywood Squares way too often.
All right.
Best thing on Hollywood Squares, though, was Gilbert Gottfried. You fool!
Not Rip Torn? All right.
You can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. Or Rip Taylor.
Or Rip Taylor, yeah. Hello. Okay. So since everybody's here, is probably going to be here, I'm going to give you a 5 and straight.
Alrighty, we might as well get this shit going.
Yes. Woo's your mama?
This week on the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast, we bring you a potential inside job, DJ Screw getting his own day, Nicki's fans going crazy, Fat Joe getting called a vulture, a Snoop cartoon, and new music from some of our hip-hop legends. What else? Let's listen.
It's not just any day. It's Mr. Throwback Thursday.
All you kids want to get on and shit.
You are now about to witness the strength of street knowledge.
I'll be damned.
At the count of 3, I want y'all to tell me the name of my DJ. 1, 2, 3.
Poppers pop and the breakers break. Like the fellas say ho and the girls say hey. Give it up for the DJ, Mr. Throwback Thursday.
And now, here's your hosts, Bill Winters and Mr. Throwback Thursday himself, Jamie Robinson.
Welcome, everybody. Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448, coming at you live and direct with your two favorite idiots, Bill up in New York, Jamie down in Virginia. How are you, my friend?
I, of course, am well. I am very well.
Yes, as am I. I am a much better shade of lousy than I was last week.
Yes.
So that's a good thing. I want to thank everybody for the well wishes and the well thoughts. And we want to extend our best wishes and best thoughts to our friend Chris with a CH from the Gravy Age
Yes.
on the recent loss of his wife.
Right,
So just a terrible, terrible news. He seems like he has made peace with it to a certain extent, which...
Yes. And he has a very large support system in the area, let alone his high family.
Yeah, so before we get going anything else, we wanted to let Chris know. We said last week we were thinking of him. Mm-hmm. We are still thinking of you, my friend. So sorry to hear about your loss.
We're on the other side of the country. We are but a phone call or a message away.
Absolutely. So, but as for me, much better shade of crappy than I was last week. Still... was sent home from work today because I am still obvious for one reason or another still testing positive, which they said can happen up to a couple of weeks after you originally diagnosed. But I am allowed to return to work as soon as I test negative or after 10 days. So
after 10 days, we don't care anymore.
Yeah, after 10 days, they figure. According to the CDC, after 5 days, you're not considered contagious anymore. So the fact that
10 days, you get the Columbia treatment.
Yeah,
he's okay.
You're okay. Which I believe is what Emily is going to be auditioning for the Dutchess Community College version of Rocky Horror.
Does she tap?
She does tap.
Okay.
She actually, not only does she tap, in the last FDR play, she tapped and jumped rope at the same time while she was tap dancing. It was rather impressive. So, Yeah, and she's doing really, really well. So I'm
Good,
very
good.
happy. Proud dad.
And as speaking of dads,
Mhm.
as we record today on the Monday that it is, the voice that says "Welcome to Bill Reed's Lyrics"
Yes.
is 19 years old today.
He was 11 when we recorded that.
Yep.
He is 19.
No,
His
actually,
voice is
he would have been 10 because we started in January.
his voice is deeper than ours now.
Yes.
He has more facial hair than both of us now.
Yes.
Yeah, it's so stupid how these things happen. Happy birthday, Alex.
Yes, yes.
He's a good egg, man. He's a good egg.
I had to throw him out of this room so I could record, but yeah.
Still waiting for him and I to start a wrestling podcast one of these days because it'll happen.
I think you just start a podcast about the game Van Car.
We could do a wrestling thing with a Van Car reference every week. We will just drop bombs.
That should be the entire Van Car podcast. You come on, welcome to Van Car podcast. Bomb. And we'll see you next week.
And we'll see you next week. Yes, thank you very much for joining us. The longest running podcast in regards to Van Car
And it's one episode.
on repeat over and over.
Yep.
Bomb. We could do a podcast about all the games on your table, but that's cool.
We could, yes.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448. We've got a decent amount of hip-hop headlines topics tonight,
Yeah.
which we'll probably get into some deep discussion on. We have a couple of pieces of Woo News. One piece of Woo News, which is going to sound a lot like a piece of
Yeah.
Triple H from last week.
Bill trying to show his ass today, telling me that I left an article in from last week.
Same
I had to
theme,
lay
different
it
players.
down. Yes, I took it out of hip hop headlines and moved it to Woo News.
Yes, and the funny thing is, you didn't even change the title of it.
No,
You just
I
changed
told
the
him you
article.
don't need to.
Which is why, when I saw the title of it, I was like, wait a second, we did that one last week. And then you were like, look at it again. And I went, oh. So we've got that.
I'm a bitch.
We've got a one and done that sounds like something you would snap into.
Yep.
A record of the... Ooh, yeah! A record of the week from one of our low-key underground favorites.
Yes.
And we'll remind you who the artist of the month is. Actually, the artist of the month is taking over because this is the
He
last
is.
week.
Yes.
I forgot
because,
the,
as Thursday
Wednesday, I
appears-
believe.
Thursday.
Thursday is the first of the month.
It is.
It's the
And
first
it's not
of the
both.
month. I knew you were going to do that, too.
Uh-huh.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's the
Maybe
first
that'll
of
be
the
the
month.
actual intro music this week, and I'll just throw everybody off. What?
You know, they use that on Major League Baseball MLB radio on XM
Do they?
every morning for the morning show. They have that, and then they switch to...
Run DMC's Wake Up and Talk to
no, they have Kesha's waking up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy or something like
Yes.
that. And I'm like, why? Why would you put that in there? But we'll remind you, the record of the week comes to us from our new artist of the month,
Mm-hmm.
who we plan on discussing a little bit more at length because we
Yes.
went back. See, this is where the whole input helps our output thing comes in.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who made the suggestion or whether it was just you who went back and listened.
Well, here's
and
what happened. I was talking to Cranky Pants,
what happened was...
and I told him, while the quality of the hosts hasn't gotten any better over the years, the quality of the recording has. And I said, you should really go back and listen to episode 1, 2, whatever. I said, because I don't like to do that. And so I went and I grabbed the link and I sent him episode 1. He probably didn't listen to it because I didn't get any nasty critiques. The thing that bothers me most about it is it's in stereo. So
Yeah.
I'm on one side and you're on the other side. And that gets very irritating when you listen to it. But anyway,
Yeah,
um,
that's that whole Galileo.
Yes.
That's our Bohemian Rhapsody stage.
yeah, yep. so I said I was listening to it, and artist of the month, and came up, and we had like and that's actually what we led the show with that episode.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was episode 2. It was episode 2 where we had
Episode 2. Yep.
Yeah, and I was listening to it, and I said, why don't we do it anymore? I said, our purpose for the artist of the month obviously is to get them streams and get a couple cents in their pocket. But we wanted to discuss the artist of the month and tell you about them.
Which is why we pick some obscure people.
Right, because it was, you need to check these guys out. This is what we know about them. This is what we can read about them. This is some of the songs that we liked of theirs. Go check them out.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think when we get to the record of the week, we'll do the artist of the month. We'll do the artist of the month bio, tell you a little bit about that artist of the month, and then say, and here's one of the reasons why.
Yeah.
And we will kick to, because our record of the week is going to come to us from the artist of the month, as we usually do. There's been a couple of exceptions where we
well, yeah, if some
didn't do that.
New album comes out that we really need to play, and it happens to be the first of the month, we will play that over the artist of the month.
Yes.
But we usually make up for it in the next week.
Usually.
Yes.
Greg is here. Nate's here. Everybody's here, man. This is a nice little potpourri of posse. The posse potpourri.
Yes. Oh, and we've got this thing here.
Oh, yes, we do. I have one of those as well.
Couple of Jack-Ass-O-Lanterns.
So
these will become available to the patrons, I believe, on Throwback Thursday is my plan.
Yes.
And I would like to ask the patrons to limit their mugs to a couple.
Yeah, because we have
very few.
It's a run of 31.
We lost
with ours.
Shipping.
We lost one in shipping, and then ours makes it 28 available.
Yeah. So the first person that yells at me for how much we're charging for them, I just want you to remember that. There will be 28 available in the world.
Yes.
And
that's it.
We paid up for some accoutrement.
Yes.
The glaze costs actually quite a bit extra.
Yeah.
For this glaze, and the number it costs.
And that medallion is very, very extended from the mug on this one.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. But you guys will see.
It is indeed.
I will have it up. It's actually on the website right now. I don't think anybody can see it because I have it listed as private. But the patrons on Thursday, Thursday morning, I will say. I'm not positive what time. I will shoot for 10-ish. Thursday morning, you will receive a Patreon message with the password in order to get into there. Do not share it with anyone. Anyone who shares the password with a non-patron will have all of their Patreon status removed. You will no longer have access to anything. I will make sure it goes away. We are a tight-knit community, and we don't want anybody outside of that community having access to the things the community has.
Right. I mean, this is what you guys pay for, so this is what you should get. And the junior member is here. Hold on a moment.
Okay, playa.
Would you like a grilled cheese?
Would I like a grilled cheese?
I would.
I'm making grilled cheese.
Jamie would like a grilled cheese, so if you can somehow put it through the printer or send it.
Fax it to me.
Mail it to him.
Huh?
I'll mail it to him.
She's going to mail it to you, so
I'll
that's
mail
gonna
it,
that's gonna be lovely by the time you get it.
I would fax it to me.
Okay.
That is my purple-haired daughter.
Gail said she's buying them all since she missed out on the 101.
We can't punish Gail. Oh,
Nope. But Gail would not buy them all.
she wouldn't. And if she did, she would use them for fundraising and you know.
And give them away to community members.
Yes, she would.
But anyway, a gas station we passed.
We did. And I actually passed a gas station up here today that was below $4 a gallon. So
Look out.
I was rather impressed. So, so we've got the Woo News, we've got the music, artist of the month. We have an old to the new this week.
We do, and once again, took it.
Yep. I mean, it's out on YouTube. So,
Yep.
hell, at this
Out
point,
there somewhere.
yes. And then I will read some lyrics. We'll give everybody
Lyrics.
probably, if you pick them. You would know more so than I would because I never know. Exactly 1 month from recording date will be our Fresh Flicks for September. We'll give you that date. And we'll remind everybody who is in the non-fungible football league about a certain event happening this weekend. That event where you choose what players you would like to non-fungibly play for your non-fungible football team.
Yes, and this year we will host as many people as we can in the StreamYard room, and we will possibly stream the draft for whoever feels the need to watch it on our Facebook page.
Yeah. I mean, Jamie has me watching The League on FX to prepare for this.
Yes,
so
you have to get ready.
Oh, God, what a terrible show that is. I mean, it's a funny show, but the people on it are just all terrible.
Horrible, yes.
All right, so enough is enough is enough.
So there's 8 of them.
I've had all I can stands. I can't stands no more. And it is time for some hip-hop headlines. So let's get episode 448 running. Would you please be so kind to hit me with a little of that Triple H?
Yay, yay.
This is Hip Hop has brought to you by Mr. Throwback Thursday.
We'll get on it. It's your turn. Actually, pause. It's technically my turn because I just got asked a question, and I need.
Oh yes, that's a very important question. We have to clarify this. First of all, let's just start with in this. I am drinking OG Death Wish tonight.
Very good, very good. I will put up this on the screen. I can put it up here. Don't mind me. And I'm showing you from a British website. What I am drinking this evening is right here. It is a Diplomatico Pot Still Rum number 3. It's the third in the series. It's a full-bodied complex spirit made using high-quality sugarcane honey, matured in ex-bourbon barrels, limited edition rum, tropical fruit aromas with toffee and vanilla. The palate offers rich oak notes alongside dark chocolate and dried fruits before a rich, lingering finish full of warm spices. That sounds like
a very pleasant rum.
It is. It is very nice, and it's made by Diplomatico, which you have had the regular Diplomatico.
Yes.
In the green bottle. This is also a Diplomatico, but it's number 3.
A number 3, because 3 is a magic number.
That's what I've been told. Wait a minute. I get to use this in the middle of the show? It is, okay. It is indeed delicious.
I was going to say, at least Finn Tutuola believes so.
Yes.
All right. Hip-hop headlines. Story number 1. Inside Job. We talked about this last week.
We did.
And by the way, I want to apologize to everybody for my breathing difficulties last week. As I was listening back to the show, I really, really felt bad when I listened back because I was like, these people are here. It sounds like
the show was almost entitled Obscene Phone Call.
I had such... But I had promised you I was going to tough it out.
Yes, yes.
And I did. And by tough, I mean I made it tough for everybody who listened. So I apologize. Hopefully I'm not breathing that badly this week.
No, you're all right. See,
Nappy Roots.
Nipsey even gives you props.
And that's saying something.
He was a stormtrooper. He couldn't hit shit.
Even Configa gave me props.
He did, yes.
Yes, we had a very nice...
wished you well.
We had a very nice Twitter discussion with Configa based off of that article last week.
Because I couldn't hear it.
That's why it was on Twitter. I said that to him. I said, it's a good thing this is on Twitter because otherwise I'm going to get a, is this your man's? Is this your man's? Look for the "Is This Your Man's" T-shirt to come to the DVT shop. I wish we could do a joint T-shirt with the Configa logo on it and say, "This is my man's," and then underneath TVT approved or something.
We'll have all Talib's people coming after us.
Oh, yeah, but Configa would think that's hysterical.
Oh, yes.
He probably would. We could sell that on his site and on our site, and probably
buying it from our site.
Yeah, I mean, it was that was a really cool conversation. Anyway, we talked about fish scales from the Nappy Roots getting shot during a robbery last week.
In front of
now,
place.
They believe it could be an inside job. 911 call suggests that it was an inside job. Fish scales shot, kidnapped, and robbed at the group's Atlantucky Brewery in Atlanta. And the 911 call is now suggesting it was an inside job.
Now, was it somebody who worked for him, or did he set it up? What are they saying?
I think it's somebody who worked for him.
Okay.
I don't think he set it up to get shot.
He didn't go the Bunny Lebowski route and have himself kidnapped.
No. Okay. No. Or the Juicy Smollett or whatever it was.
Yes.
Scales and friend Britt Robinson were leaving the brewery around 11 p.m. Robinson was outside for several minutes before Scales went to check on him. Scales told police officers once he was outside, an armed robber pointed a weapon at him, forced him back inside the establishment, demanding cash from the safe. Robinson called 911, revealed multiple suspects had already confiscated his gun and house keys before turning their attention to fish scales. They knew his address, forced him into a car to go to the home where they were hoping to find more money. A second suspect tasered him in the back of the head. And this is what
get all the money.
This is what Britt Robinson told the dispatcher on the 911 call. He goes, "It's a short little nickelback, though. He got on a hoodie and he talking to somebody. Obviously, it's an inside job. Somebody who used to work here, somebody who knows what's going on, because he was talking to somebody on the phone when he was robbing me."
So was the person who did it the inside guy, or was the person on the other end of the phone instructing him, walking him through it, the inside guy?
They haven't designated that yet, okay. But I will say the inside job thing is much more prevalent than you would think. Remember years ago, back before I was in medicine, when I was doing the banking thing.
Right.
You remember when I was robbed.
I do.
At gunpoint. Yes, I was robbed at gunpoint. And come to find out, it was kind of an inside job because the thief ended up being the boyfriend of an ex-employee because he knew the layout of the building and knew how to get out the back way. So, yeah, that was scary, man. When you know, you see this shit in movies and all that, and at that point I was 17, 16 years into the industry.
Yeah.
And you have to do the training every year, and it kind of just becomes, you know, every year it's like, oh, Jesus, here we go again. Yeah. Let's get it done. But when the situation actually happens, you kind of go into autopilot. Mm-hmm. And I would have given the guy my car keys if he'd asked for them, to be honest with you. Because
go, get out, move it along.
Because Emily was young at that point.
Yeah.
She's probably about 2. So I just wanted to get home, and that's all I could think of was... all I could think was, you know, my 2-year-old does not need to be, you know, without a parent because I'm trying to protect money that's insured. And
it's not mine.
That's even what the guy said. He goes, "I know you're just doing your job. The money's insured, but hurry the fuck up," he said to me. And I was like, "You got it. Here you go." So anyway, that's what happens with an inside job. So that's not surprising that this would be an inside job.
Yeah, I'm curious to find out if they do dig more into this story and find out who it is and find out if it was the guy on the other end of the phone walking.
Yeah.
Because that way you don't know me. You don't recognize me as somebody who worked with you. I send somebody else in to do the job, but I have all the information that he's going to need.
Right, and I didn't hear, you know, Fishscale didn't hear the guy on the phone.
Right.
He heard the other guy. So
The guy who was there. Right.
yeah. So
I'm gonna be
yeah.
following this one.
And if we hear anything more about it, we will let you know, because this is a pretty shitty thing that happened.
And I will make sure to change the title so Bill doesn't think that I'm repeating stories.
I like this one, grown folks music.
It is too.
So, Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane have reunited on a new song. This is from our friends at the non-existent AFH, because they
Yes.
don't exist anymore. They just keep putting out articles. First of all, I love the fact that in the picture, Kane is wearing a McDowell's shirt from
Yes.
Coming to America.
America.
It's the first thing I noticed. I was like, son of a bitch. he's got a Prince Akeem t-shirt
He
on.
does.
35-plus year career, Cool G Rap gearing up for a statement album. We talked that Cool G Rap had a new album coming out
Yes.
somewhat soon. On October 14th is the release date for this record.
It is.
Last of a Dying Breed is the name of the record. I cannot wait for
And
that.
is a Friday, so you can count on the week after it being record of the week.
Yes. Sean Price, AZ, 38 Special, Nems, Royal Flush, Vado, all contributing on that record, as well as the debut single called Fly Till I Die, which features a member of the Juice Crew and friend of the show, Big Daddy Kane. Fly Till I Die embraces legacy, compares two of New York City's most famed boroughs, Queens and Brooklyn. After the beat drops, G-Rap spits about women, because that's kind of what he does,
Yeah, yep.
and expensive habits. And then, of course, Kane just does the Kane thing. So,
Yeah, Dark Gable.
yep. I am really, really anxious to hear what this sounds like. He's also
that
part of the...
Sound like.
G-Rap is also part of the National Hip Hop Museum's induction class, not the Universal Hip Hop
No.
Museum. National
Doesn't
Hip
exist
Hop
yet.
Museum will be inducting G-Rap, as well as Houdini, Slick Rick, UTFO, Diamond D, and Chubb Rock. There's a whole lot of friends of the show in that list.
Yeah.
So, and Diamond D just released the rear view this month. So, a lot of these guys are still working. Gotta love that.
Hell yeah.
And these aren't just
The ITC fellas are always working.
and this isn't just fringe guys from when we were growing up. This isn't like the Donald D, the Syndicate Snipers.
Right.
These are heavy
I would love
hitters.
to hear a new Donald D album, by the way.
Yeah, I would too. Anybody from the Rhyme Syndicate, we're always down for that.
Yeah.
But these were legitimate players from our
Right.
days of listening to this stuff in the car and on the radio
Mid to
and
late 80s into the mid 90s,
Mm-hmm.
solid, names that you could mention anyone at the time.
does it get much more solid than Big Daddy Kane?
No.
I mean, Cool G Rap to us is a solid name. To some other people, maybe not, who might not know Cool G Rap as much. But everybody knows Big Daddy Kane.
He did
So
a song with Spinderella.
he did. Want to hear it? Here it goes. No, we're not doing that. Article number 3. Screw Day. Now, when I saw that article title, I was like, well, that could go in about 14 different directions, 13 of which are not good. So
No,
The one direction it
that's
did
some
go-
bullshit jokes in there, and
the direction it did go, however, is a good direction. Dallas, Texas, according to the Dallas Observer at DallasObserver.com, Dallas, Texas will be celebrating DJ Screw Day by paying tribute to the man who helped shape Texas hip-hop. DJ Screw was very, very much the linchpin of the Texas, Dallas area
Oh, yeah.
hip-hop scene. So, big time, Texas hip-hop history, including Houston. You think Houston, you think a lot of the Ghetto Boys and the Bun B's and all that stuff.
Yep.
But Robert Earl Davis Jr., known musically as DJ Screw. June 27th in Houston is reserved to honor Screw. So they do this for him.
it's
Given
not his birthday. It's not the day he died.
it's just a day they picked.
Yeah.
So
Oh, I apologize to patrons too, because their levels are going to be super low in the beginning, but then I fix them.
Yes.
And you can thank Nathan for me fixing them, but I don't know if that fixed everybody else's sound live. Or
Right. So DJ Screw and the Screwed Up Click is a state thing. It's a country thing.
DJ Screw and the Screwettes. I don't know where you're going with that.
And I love it. This is probably the nicest way they put it. It says Screw done screwed up the world already. It's a worldwide thing, which is not an insult.
It is not. No, it's an entire style of remixing songs.
Mm-hmm.
They're chopped and screwed, and they slow everything down.
Yep.
The music. And it's DJ Screw. That's what he did.
DJ Screw is not Screw's. Screw Day is not his birthday, nor is it the anniversary of his death.
Right.
He passed away November 16th of 2000, which, gosh, 22 years already.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. Screw Day is the anniversary of the recording of Chapter 12, June 27th, a 35-minute freestyle by rappers Big Pokey, Key C, K-Love, Youngstar, Big Mo, Haircut Joe, and Demo.
How you
The
get
day
Big Pokey and you don't have Big Gumby?
I don't know, but I do like Haircut.
Somebody missed it.
I do like Haircut Joe. That's a great name. It's not as good as Lil Half Dead and never be as good as Shorty Shitstain,
No,
but
maybe
Haircut
that's-
Joe is a pretty good name.
Maybe that's who Prince Paul needed.
He needed a haircut. He needed Haircut Joe. There, see,
Putting
we
the
have
songs
solved.
together?
We have solved a mystery that I don't think even they knew was a mystery.
No. We solved the most obscure mystery on the Daylight out on the 3 Behind Rising album.
Yes, which one?
Couldn't answer any of the other questions.
What does Touchette Lily Poo mean?
No clue. I don't even know how to spell it to put it in there. So we have to have somebody who is either French Canadian or actually from France that can tell us what does Touchette Lily Poo mean, and however it's actually supposed to be said.
Touche is touch, but I'm not sure what Lele Poo is. So I'd have to.
Probably nothing. They're probably saying it all kinds of wrong.
Yeah, I would assume
We
so.
will never be able to find
So
out.
what one did we answer? We answered the fibers on the shredded
No,
wheat biscuit?
we
No, we asked the Batmobile?
We answered why it was that Prince Paul needed a haircut.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking, the other ones that they asked on there, we don't know how many fibers are intertwined on a shredded wheat biscuit.
Nor do we know how many times the Batmobile caught a flat.
Maybe it's just one big long fiber.
It could be. And it's
Size
wrapped
matters.
Around and around and around.
Out come the barbs.
Yes.
Next article.
How often do we mention Nikki Garbage or her fans on this show?
And they are coming for the wrong woman.
I'm thinking so.
Um,
While this person doesn't have as rabid fan base as Nikki does,
mhm.
She's got some heavy hitters in her corner.
And here's the thing. It's not like Garbage's fans are coming out of the woodwork for an innocuous question that didn't even mention
A perceived diss.
a perceived threat. Yes.
Yeah.
Missy, Portsmouth's own Missy, 757 Proud, has been catching some flack from a few of the trash heap, shall we say. Because, fans of Nikki Garbage, they're and when I hear one of their records, I think that they're scum too. So if you know where that's from. I told you I listen to Fear of a Black Planet a lot lately.
Yep.
On Wednesday, August 24th, Missy took to Twitter to ask her followers what they thought the difference was between a hit and a classic.
Right.
And again, a very innocuous question, and it's actually a pretty good question.
Yeah, and she said basically, I've been talking with my friends about this, and we really don't know what the difference is anymore. Do you think there is a difference, and if so, what is it?
First of all, I'll give you my quick 2 cents on that.
Sure.
Daryl and Joe is a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Walk This Way was a hit.
Right. And I
To me, a hit is commercial chart success.
Right.
A
yeah.
classic is a song that when you hear just screams, this is hip hop to me.
Right, or makes some sort of impact on hip hop.
Right.
So
So, just using Run DMC, that
Yeah.
Daryl and Joe is a classic. Walk This Way was a hit.
exactly. It's pretty easy. I mean, I'm sure you can get lost in the weeds having a discussion over it. You know, especially as the every album that comes out in the past 20 years has been a classic album.
Oh yeah, and every artist that puts something out is now the GOAT.
Yeah, yeah. So I wouldn't have that conversation with someone who listens to current hip hop only, because it really has been, oh, Kendrick dropped an instant classic. How do you know? It's been out for a day. You know, I haven't even gotten to listen to it more than once. How is it going to hold up in 25, 30 years? I don't know, but these people...
Instant classic is the biggest oxymoron you can come up with.
Yeah. Yep. There's albums that I listened to in the 90s. I said, wow, this is an incredible album. That right now I probably can't tell you 3 songs off of it.
And just didn't hold up well.
Yeah. And not because it wasn't great at the time. It's just, the other things have...
The market changed.
It. Yeah.
Yep.
So it doesn't hold as a classic. It's still a great album. I'm sure
I
it had
will
a hit
say
or two.
Twin Hype's first record
Yeah.
would be a great example of that.
Yep.
Shout out to our friend King Shamik, by the way.
Of course.
So anyway, she asked this question. Missy's tweet came 2 days after Nicki made chart history with Super Freaky Girl, and although the Super Duper Fly rapper didn't mention Nicki or even allude to her achievement, the trash heads,
Yeah.
you know,
They think everything that Missy says is a shot. Why? Why does Missy need to take shots at Nicki? It's not like they run in the same lanes.
no. And this is, you know, Missy always has something to say dirty surrounding Nicki indirectly. I see her dirty spirit. It's been like that for years. Stop.
They're calling her Messy Missy. What the hell's wrong with you people?
Please. Nicki can't win from either generation of female rappers because Nicki sucks. Let's put it that way.
Okay, I don't like her. She's obviously has talent because...
Somebody keeps paying her money to put
shit out. They keep doing it.
But dude, here's all you need
to
to know about that, though. There's an AI generated rapper that was out for a while that actually just got dropped by Columbia Records.
I know, because
Was
there was a white guy behind it and he was dropping N-bombs. Yes.
Yeah.
FN Mecca or something like that.
FN Mecca.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But so I understand what they're saying about Nicki though. So the reason that we crap on her is because she doesn't fit with Light, Latifah, Antoinette, Rod Digga, you know, our era of females. And she also doesn't fit in with the Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, all the people on the other side. So she really.
I think she fits more in that than she does in the first.
Well, that's because of where we are in our musical timeline. You ask people who listen now, and they say, "Well, she doesn't belong with these people." So I do understand how they can say she doesn't fit on, and she gets shit on from either side, and I think that's probably wrong that happens to her, but I don't want to say wrong. It's probably unfortunate that happens because she doesn't have a space that she fits in comfortably. You know, each side of female artistry is looking in at her going, no, you were over there, and then no, you were over there. So that's
because people want to pigeonhole stuff. I don't think of her in terms of a female artist. I think of her in terms of just an artist that's not good.
Right. But we look at her from the 80s side of things and say she doesn't meet our standards of hip hop. So now you got people on the other side, the
because we like lyrical content.
Right. But you got the people in the 20 teens who are more into the you know, like the ringtone rap or the club hits or something that I can sing the chorus to. And she doesn't really fit into that either. So she is getting shot from both sides. What does she do to fix that? Nothing, because, you know, you do fall into a very weird timeline.
Yeah.
So I get that part. We are always going to see her as, you're no Light. But the people now are going to say, you know, you're no Rhapsody, you're no whatever, anything that's on this side. So I went, but she has her audience. There is that group who think that she is the greatest thing in the world. So when somebody comes in from either side attacking her, they go out in both directions.
And then somebody is like, one Barb at Missy was like calling her out for having never topped the Billboard chart as a solo artist.
Sure, no, she hasn't.
She hasn't had a Billboard #1,
Right.
but she
So
has had a top 10.
Right, but she has never topped the chart. That's what they're saying. And they're correct. She has classic songs. She also has hits. She just doesn't have a #1 single.
And here's the one thing she does have, though. Respect of her peers.
Yes. And some cool videos.
Nikki Garbage will never have respect from her peers because her peers see right through with what she is. She is a minimally talented,
The cat
manufactured.
loved it.
She's a manufactured. She's not even a hip hop artist per se. She's a
rapper.
pop artist who does rap, but she's
So
not a
is-
hip
so
hop
is
artist.
Drake, and people will tell you he's the greatest thing in the world.
Drake is garbage.
He's an R&B singer that can rap. That's what he is.
Drake is an auto-tuned. If there was a human personification of what I leave in the bowl after a 3-day Taco Bell binge, that's Drake.
But he's got hits. He's got tons of them. Does he have a classic album or a classic record? I don't believe so, but he has hits, which is what the conversation is.
Yeah, well, no. To me, just because...
Yeah, but you don't buy it, so it doesn't matter.
But just because you're...
Billions of people bought his
Just
shit.
because your record tops some stupid chart...
It makes you a hit artist.
But it doesn't make you any
chart-topping
good.
artist. Doesn't matter. That's not what the question is.
Afro Man had a #1 song. Would you
He
say
did.
Afro Man is a hit artist?
Yes. But he doesn't have a classic album, though.
He doesn't have classic anything.
Right. That's the discussion. That is why the Barbs believe that Missy is taking shots at her, because Missy has classic songs. Nikki has #1 hits.
Nikki has radio-friendly garbage. And
WAP.
And WAP, which she did with Cardi. Which, oddly enough, she doesn't fit with Cardi, but she recorded one of the most radio-friendly, well, not radio-friendly, but one of the most played songs in the last 5 years.
Right.
With her.
So, she is a hit artist, but she doesn't have classic records, which is what Missy is asking. What's the difference? And that's why people are getting mad at Missy, thinking she's taking shots.
I would
because
much
they
rather have a
also
classic
understand-
than a hit then, because if
Right.
that's, you got to look at the
musical talent.
she's
you should-
trash.
Well, yeah, as a musical talent, I would prefer a classic album that people continue to play and respect and listen to years down the line. But as a rapper, just a generic rapper or a club musician, whatever, I want the hit because I want the money and I want the recognition now. You can forget about me in 5 years. I don't care. I got paid. That's a big difference. Missy is a musical artist. I mean, it's in her videos, it's in her songs, it's in everything. It's in the way she carried herself as a hip hop artist.
Nikki is
a
a
rapper.
musical prostitute.
She's a rapper. There's a giant difference between a rapper and an MC. I mean,
Yeah. Well,
so you got
let me have Nikki's people come after me, because I'll tell them straight out. Your favorite is a piece of shit. She's a garbage artist. She is the lowest common denominator, and she looks like a post-op tranny. And if you don't like it, fuck you.
She gets paid, and her fans love her.
Well, it tells you all you need to know about them. They can all scrape the side of the toilet too. So
They can, but so you got to see her fans thinking that something was suspect in that tweet. I don't see it, but I'm not her fan, so I'm not going, She just got a #1 hit. Oh, and now you're asking what the difference between a hit and a classic is? Let me tell you. You know, I get it. I would not be there to stand up for her because, again, I believe she is a rapper, not an MC, not a musician, not a musical talent, not a musical artist. She's a rapper. And those are a dime a dozen. And yes, they do produce hits sometimes.
Yeah.
But very rarely do they produce a classic.
Yeah, sun even shines on a dog's ass some days. So, anyway, let's get to a real artist who actually has hits and classics, shall we?
He does. He has both.
And that would
now
be
a cartoon, apparently.
You don't love me, you just love my doggy land.
Yeah.
Now, what were the
Jason.
two things when we were kids? What two things went together more than anything?
Cool
Get up Saturday mornings, watch your cartoons, and eat your cereal, right?
Yeah. Shut up and eat your bowl of chode. Yes.
Snoop has the cereal. We talked about that.
Loop, loop.
Now he's got the animated kids show.
Yeah.
Doggy Land.
Because why not?
94.7 FM. Alternative Portland brings us this one.
Alternative porn. What'd you say?
Portland.
Okay, play it.
Odyssey.com/947. In rapper, Snoop Dogg has so many different irons in the fire now, from his own branded weed and clothing to marshmallow breakfast cereal. Now he's got an animated YouTube series.
Yeah, why not? He's been hanging out with Master P, I swear.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you know he's hanging out with Martha Stewart.
Here's the thing, man. People can talk about Master P all they want. He might not have been the greatest MC in the world, but as a businessman, that man is a king when it comes to business.
Well, he took all of those No Limit artists, and I will say, once again, they're all more talented than me. But half of those No Limit artists were ass in a bucket when it came to being an MC.
Mm-hmm.
But Master P made sure they all got on, they all got paid, they all made hit records.
Again, difference between hits and classics.
Yeah, because nobody's remembered the Silk the Shocker album.
Nope.
But he came in, he hit, and he took off. You know.
And every once in a while, he still guests on somebody else's stuff and doesn't do a bad job.
Yeah. Master P is everywhere. You know, he brought you Mystical.
I'm sure he regrets
He
that.
shall not be named.
Yeah, I'm sure he regrets that.
But no, he could see the way to make something work. So again, Silk the Shocker, garbage rapper, but I can take this sound and put it behind you, let you speak whatever you're going to speak over it, and people are going to buy it because it's a No Limit album, and we have established that No Limit is a brand you can trust. And then he took that and said, all right, I'm going to make ramen noodles because people eat ramen noodles, and I'm going to make my brand. And then I'm going to make water.
Potato chips.
Soda. And I'm going to make, Rap Snacks, the chips. He's fucking everywhere. There's nothing. I put up a picture one day, and I said, Master P is everything that you guys think Jay-Z is.
Mm-hmm.
He does it all. I mean,
he does more than Jay-Z does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's back to New Orleans.
So anyway, Snoop's partnership with Emmy-nominated kids content creator Claude Brooks of Hip Hop Harry fame, singer-songwriter October London, is now formally titled Doggy Land Kids Songs and Nursery Rhymes. And this is what Snoop says. As a father, grandfather, and longtime youth football coach, could you imagine having Snoop as your grandfather, first of all?
No. I couldn't imagine having him my football coach either.
It's always been important.
Wayne Belcher.
It's always been important to me to build positive and educational environments for all children, Snoop said in a statement upon the release.
Yep.
Yes, I guess I can't eat anymore.
No more food.
Well, I stopped doing that. I got to take that alarm off. Because I haven't eaten very much in the last week.
Right.
I've always wanted to create a kid-friendly series that lets kids be kids, is truly representative of the culture with everything from the music to the characters, he says. When I started to build my team, it was only right to partner with Claude, who created Hip Hop Harry, which built the blueprint to diverse kids programming. And October London is a talented singer and writer. 4 episodes of Doggyland are already available on YouTube.
Is he out there
and YouTube Kids?
Sipping on apple juice. What is that? Is that where he's going with the? Gonna flip the lyrics and aim them at the kids?
Oh my God! You couldn't do Smoke and Endo though. I don't know what you would have to do though. Rolling down the street, playing Yu-Gi-Oh, sipping on apple juice. There you go.
Diapers.
Oh, that's funny.
I'm gonna have to check it out just because. Call it research.
Yeah. You know what? There's a lot of shit on YouTube now, and I was very late to the YouTube as a viable entertainment alternative.
Mm-hmm.
But now I've kind of I do subscribe to a couple of YouTube channels.
Well, that's good. Is ours one of them?
Of course.
Okay.
Ours is one of them. I subscribe to John Boy Media, the guy who does the lip reading of the baseball highlights and stuff.
Oh yeah, I thought you were
that guy's fucking brilliant. No, John Boy, Jomboy. He is fucking brilliant, dude. And one of the best lip readers I've ever seen. To watch him break down like a manager getting ejected.
Mm-hmm.
Like he reads the lips of the manager, he reads the lips of the umpire. You have to check it out.
You have to check out Harry Mack.
Love Harry Mack. I
dude's
subscribe to
incredible.
Harry Mack on YouTube, on Instagram. Harry Mack has this combination of new school and old school feel to him.
Yeah. And
Harry Mack is incredible because he is the off the top of the head guy.
Yes.
Beyond belief.
Yeah.
Now
no,
I'm sure he probably has certain phrases that he just keeps stock, but for people to just throw out random words and he seamlessly.
He did,
and I would love to get
for a Facebook Live last week.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just going off of the words that the people were putting in the chat.
Yeah.
So he just started rapping, and he would highlight the word that they said, and he would work it in. It was live, and you just saw it all coming up through the.
And he does all sorts of different styles.
Oh yeah.
Harry Mack is. I would love to have Harry Mack on this show.
I see what
I started watching Harry Mack like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I saw a video of him like walking down the beach and stopping and talking to people. And
his Instagram is fantastic. He does this thing on Omegle.
Sure.
You see a lot of that on his Instagram feed. Omegle is one of those sites where people just pop on and off. It's some kind of social networking thing. But he'll just pop on. Random people will pop in with him, and he'll be like, "Can I do a freestyle rap for you?" And they'll give him 3 words and stuff. And he doesn't just do the words. He sees everything around. You know, he like you in the blue and white shirt. You know, and he works that in, and the sneakers, and the fact that you're eating a hot dog, and I'm going to talk about that now for a while. And it's just
incredible.
He's very good, very good. I would love to get him on here. So yeah, Snoop is on YouTube now. So definitely worth checking out. I'm almost afraid of this. Did it clear up in a couple of weeks? Yeah. Some ointment, some salve. Oh no, he had a cream.
Some salves.
Because a lot of times creams aren't covered by your insurance, so you have to go with the ointment, which has a little bit of an oil base to it.
Base, yeah.
Yeah. So as opposed to a salve, which I think is a petroleum jelly base. I have no idea what the difference is, to be honest with you.
The only thing I know about a salve is when I used to get splinters in my finger, my mom used to put black salve on it.
Drawing salve on it. Yep. Icthymol. Smelled like tar.
Yeah.
A poultice. Whoo! Did you get that from the apothecary, John?
I thought he said they gave him poutine. I was like, I'm down.
I like poutine. Poutine's good stuff.
I know.
Joe gets dragged.
Yeah,
is our next article. Yeah, and we've actually been given some some decent love to Fat Joe over the last year or so.
Yeah. And for those of you who are with us for the future show, you'll hear us discuss kind of some of the stuff that Joe talks about here.
Mm-hmm. Fat Joe. Listen to me. Fat Joe
Fred
has
Joe
been.
put on some weight.
No, he lost weight apparently. Fat Joe's not so fat anymore. He's
not.
being dragged on Twitter for saying that both Latinos and blacks created hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again,
it
let's
made me
think
see
of what
some of the
let's think of what hip hop is. Hip hop is
No.
not just the music.
No.
Hip hop is the culture.
Yeah, the majority of the b-boys at the time at the early stages, let's say the early 70s,
We're Latino.
yes. Yep.
Most of the street dancers and a lot of the street artists.
Yeah, and DJs,
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Chase.
So I wouldn't say he's necessarily out of pocket on this.
No, but people are saying, hip hop was created back in like the 1920s, and okay, how far back
No.
do you want to go and say, okay, this is
No,
like
hip hop.
the first
Hip hop was
part-
created in '73. Now the influences. Look, everything came from the fucking blues. Let's just throw that out there right now.
Yeah.
Every style of music can trace itself back to the blues.
Right.
So
Don't show me somebody tap dancing in 1917 and tell me they were hip hop. That's
No.
not what it was.
no, because then what? Step and Fetch It was hip hop. I don't.
Yeah, there's so much hate when you mention that somebody else may have had a hand
Mhm.
in the beginnings of anything.
Right.
Country music could have been started by an Asian guy. I don't know, but nobody's ever going to tell you, and they will fight you tooth and nail over it.
Mhm.
I don't.
Heck, there are country artists or there are country fans now that don't want to acknowledge the black.
Like Charlie Pride.
Yeah, like the black establishment in country music. Charlie Pride was around for a long time. It was one of my father's
was.
favorites.
Darius
Darius Rucker is a country artist now.
Yeah.
There's a couple of black artists. What is it? Jimmy. The hell is his name?
Bobby Jimmy.
No. I'm losing.
I don't know. I don't listen to country, but as a foundation to say that anything but a white hillbilly from whatever backwoods corner of the world started country music, the country music world will be in an uproar. So I'm saying it's not just a hip hop thing. If you have
I thought it was
60
Jimmy Wayne. That's what Nipsey said, or
Frankie.
Cranky Pants says.
Yeah.
Jimmy Wayne. That's who I thought it was, but I was
Yeah,
losing
but
my.
If you have forever thought that something started one way and somebody else says, oh yeah, but also this happened, it doesn't matter what the topic is. There's
Mhm.
it's gonna be met with pushback.
I mean, hell, you could even think that Ray Charles was considered country to a certain extent.
Yeah. I'm
Um,
saying you can tell me that
Mickey Guyton.
Average Doubleday did not start baseball. It was him and 3 other dudes. No, that is not what I've been taught forever. I'm a baseball fan. It's Doubleday, and that's all.
Yep.
So it really, Joe's gonna get dragged for this. He has gotten dragged for this, but when you've got the receipts to show it,
Yep.
I don't know.
And that's what he says. He goes,
Nobody's trying to rewrite history.
no, he sent out a thing paying homage to Latino hip-hop pioneers. Thank you for your contribution to hip-hop, he said. He goes, I tell you, I never really fuck with Twitter, but I go on there to see they always hating on me and shit. Lately, they've been talking about Latinos wasn't in rap. These guys are fucking delusional. We're from the Bronx, New York. Shit happens. This is where hip-hop started. It's Latino and black. But they going at me because I'm like the only Spanish dude with a big voice. Like, fuck that. Latinos wasn't there. You was invited. You were a specimen. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, I can tell you, there's a bunch of ignorant people. But,
Yeah.
And one of my biggest complaints about this is the people who call Joe a culture vulture. Okay.
No.
A culture vulture is someone who
DJ
comes
Khaled
in-
is a culture vulture.
is someone who comes in benefits from your culture and gives nothing back. Does nothing for whatever the culture is, just takes and benefits from it. Fat Joe is one of the most respectful people I've ever seen in hip hop, as far as his love for everybody else and promoting other people. And so I really hate it's a quick thing to say he's a culture vulture because
because it rhymes. And I don't like culture vulture. I don't like cultural appropriation because that's another thing you hear.
But if you are somebody who comes in, does nothing to move the culture forward, does nothing to give back to the culture, only takes from it, then you are one. And you don't have to be
like Khalid,
white, Asian.
DJ Khalid just takes everybody else's shit and says his own name over
his
it.
Name on it. But, as much as I don't like that dude, he does promote hip-hop culture. So you have to be a real shit. And obviously everyone will see it because it's easy to see. For me to endorse the term culture vulture.
And now I don't know who the fuck Pharaoh Jones is.
No,
but this is somebody who is this is somebody on Twitter who's like racist white Latino. First of all, white Latino?
Yeah. Well, okay, again, if you go into the future, episode 251, you will hear Alfredo Torres, who is a Puerto Rican male, explain to you that there are Latinos who are your color all the way to matching Dominican color.
Just like there are African Americans that are light-skinned and dark-skinned. And there are, Cubans are Latinos, and some of them are incredibly dark-skinned.
Yeah. Charlize Theron is African.
But just because you have a light skin tone doesn't necessarily make you white.
No, but that's
so. That's racist white Latino Fat Joe is trying to steal hip hop from Black Americans. This is my man's apparently. By saying that Hispanics created hip hop, cancel this culture vulture. No.
No. That term is not. Fat Joe does not fit that term. There are people. Yes, there are people who take and give nothing back. Joe is not that person.
No. Now, and nobody is disputing the fact that hip hop was basically accredited to being founded by Kool Herc on Sedgwick Avenue.
Right. That's where it obviously happened before that because it was
right.
Herc didn't just decide one day, hey, I wonder
this
if I can do
this is this. Yeah.
No. But the established born on date.
But like I said, hip hop is not just rap music. Hip hop, the culture, consists of the street art. It consists of the b-boys.
A lot of Latino graffiti writers.
Tons of Latino graffiti writers. Tons of Latino b-boys.
Yep. And again, go to the future.
Tons of Latino clothing designers. The clothes were very Latino inspired. The bright colors and everything. It's... Yeah, you've sent me that episode to QA, so I will be going to the future. I'll probably, if I get sent home from work again tomorrow, I'll probably be doing that one.
Time, yes.
So we shall see. Yes, I can listen to 4 hours worth of Mr. Throwback Thursday.
That's just the Torres episode.
So he likes to talk. I will. I'm not going to say I'm going to side with Joe on this, but I think I've got his back on this.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any sides need to be taken on this. It's a fact. You can't look back. You want to talk about some of the classic names in dance.
Adolfo
Shabadoo Quinones. I was just about to say the same thing. Does it get much more Latino sounding than Adolfo
from the
Quinones?
Rockers, which is him, Rerun, and Tony Basil were all part of that crew.
And then you mentioned Charlie Chase.
Yep.
Who takes incredible pride in his Latin roots.
Yeah.
So,
We talk about the Rock Steady crew,
yep.
the Crazy Legs.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's a ton. Again, stay tuned.
Yeah.
For the rainbow of hip hop.
Last article of hip hop headlines for tonight. 1991 Love.
Another.
Yardbarker.com brings us this list. This is
Son of Bob.
Oh God! So let's not go over. You can't go over.
No.
So 25 must-own hip-hop LPs from 1991, and they're not in any kind of order. It's not. It's not a best of. It's just 25 you should have.
Right.
So I don't want to waste a whole lot of time on talking about this. Let's just talk about the records because the records are what they are, and there's some really, really good ones on this list.
Hit me.
The Ruler's Back. The follow-up.
Ricky B.
The follow-up record to The Great Adventures of Slick Rick by Slick Rick.
Yeah. Which, to me, was a step down from The Great Adventures, but is still a great record.
Yeah, I think anything would have been a step down from The Great Adventures because it's one of the it's arguably the greatest debut album in the history of the game here.
Yep. Yeah. I know everybody says Illmatic, but I would put that and No One Does It Better hand in hand.
I love this next record. Ain't a damn thing changed. Nice and smooth.
Yes.
Two friends of the show.
Look, and I believe I could be incorrect. I believe we did this record as record of the week 3 different episodes.
I was going to say I know it was twice.
Yep, I believe this is the one we did 3 times.
Yeah. Strictly on the strength of Dwick.
And it was one of those because in the beginning, we did not keep very good track of what we had done.
No, and we also in the beginning didn't have the capability to play any of the music from it.
No. And then when we did, in the early We Can Play Music episodes, it would be Bill would read the track, we would pause.
Uh-huh.
Bill would read the next track, we would pause, and I would have to go in and put the music in later on because we did not have the mixer to set everything up and run everything as we do now. It was a lot of hard work producing a show back in the day.
Back in the day it was, and it sounded like it. Next on the list, A Future Without a Past, LONS.
Oh yes, Leaders of the New School.
That's a very good record. We've done LONS. I don't know if we've done this one.
We did.
I thought we had. Yeah, because we did Case of the PTA. Because we were always trying to figure out Parent-Teacher Association?
Yes. Buster Rhymes, somebody infamous. Oh, speaking of Buster, real quick, I didn't get it. A tweet was sent out by Ghostface Killer the other day saying that Buster Rhymes has been added to the New York State of Mind tour. I don't know if that is all shows or if that's specific shows, but I will let you know if he shows up at my show.
That would definitely be worth it. Yeah. Next album on the list, Act Like You Know.
Ooh.
By the one and only MC Lyte.
Yeah.
As a rock. This was her 3rd record. So, she can go toe-to-toe with anybody. This one was a little bit more scattered, I would say, than the first 2 records, but still a good record.
She have Paper Thin, and then what was the one that had Cha 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 in it? I can see the album cover. I can
see the album cover too. I can't think of the name of it either.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna have to look, or you can look it up while I tell you the next one. Twopocalypse Now. That's easy to figure out who that one's from.
Yeah, Eyes on This was the second one. It was Light as a Rock, and then Eyes on This.
Yes. And then Twopocalypse Now by Tupac.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. I actually think, was that the double?
No.
All Eyes on Me was the double album.
All Eyes on Me was the double. This was the debut.
Yes, the
first record.
Double album, All Eyes on Me, I had on cassette, and I believe I sent it to Sanket as a contest win one time. So he is my dual cassette.
Life of a Kid in the Ghetto. Ed O.G. and the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, yeah. I'm looking at the cover of it in my mind. I'm like, I know this one. Why can't I think of who the hell it is? I met Ed O.G. At the UMTV Rap Show.
You did.
He was a very nice dude.
Peaceful Journey.
The Hipster.
Yes. You know,
The
looking very
diddly-diddly-dee.
looking very pious on the cover of that one. Doesn't even have his glasses on.
No.
Here's one for you. WC and the Mad Circle.
Yeah.
Ain't a damn thing changed. We did do that one. Long time ago, but we did. Next one. I wish my brother George was here.
Bill, the funky Homo sapien.
Who I had to let Emily know was the rapper from Gorillaz.
From the Gorillaz, yeah.
Sons of the P.
Ooh, nice Digital Underground.
Yes,
That was
1991. It was, yes. Yeah, but it's, you know, everything Underground put out was solid stuff. Here's another solid one, and, you know, we know him as 2 T's, 2 U's, 1 Ola, or Delicious.
Delicious.
1991 saw the OG Original Gangster album come out.
How can I be down? Yes.
The motion picture soundtrack, Juice.
Juice, that is an excellent soundtrack. I mean, it's not Judgment Night, but it is an excellent soundtrack.
It's right up there, though.
Sip the juice. I got enough.
Live Hardcore Worldwide.
Worldwide.
Boogie Down Productions. With the infamous Jesus Christ of Misa Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ was black. Naughty by Nature, self-titled album.
Nice.
1991.
Yeah, no,
Ghetto Boys.
He's not performing in Las Vegas, but Tretch is.
Right.
On that boombox rodeo residency thing.
Ghetto Boys, We Can't Be Stopped. Came out in 91. Yeah. That one had Mind Playing Tricks on me.
Yep.
Cypress Hill.
Ooh.
The original Cypress Hill record. A Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
I was just listening to that the other day. Davey Doo sent me.
Still one of the more other than The Choice Is Yours, which everybody knows because of the commercial. Revisited, yes. Because that's the one that everybody uses.
Right. Not Similac Child.
But those are the songs I really liked. Were Similac Child and
Strobe
Light Honeys, and I just that record itself is just so good. Past the 40.
Yeah.
Past the 40 is fantastic.
40, a couple months ago on All Request Thursday.
Cranky Pants with the question that we have talked about many times. And he says, do you know Lauryn Hill only has one studio album? And the answer is yes, because we did that as a one and done.
We did, yes. I got into an argument about that the other day. Now that we're off topic once again. Somebody posted saying that The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill is the greatest rap album that came out that year. And I had to say, it's not even a rap album. It's an R&B album with a couple raps mixed into it. I don't, and then somebody else said that Lauryn Hill was the greatest female rapper of all time. And again, I countered with Light because Light's on my Mount Rushmore. I'm like,
Light's better, Latifah's better.
Yeah. Dana is better. When Latifah's on vacation. But yeah, it's Lauryn Hill as a member of the Fugees was great rapper. Lauryn Hill on
Fugees also a one-hit wonder.
Yes. They had 2 albums, but only one that anybody really knows about. Lauren is a great singer. She always
fantastic
has been.
singer.
Even when she got booed at the Apollo, they came around. But she did not put out a rap album.
No.
That's my biggest issue. Is it's an R&B album, and it is great. It is not a rap album. Stop calling it that.
Right. So Cranky is kind of along with us.
Yes.
So after, A Wolf in Sheep's
Cranky
Clothing.
Pants, he's down with us. Oh, yeah,
I mean-
but that's what happened. I was talking about Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Davey Doo sent me his Ya Hurdle last week,
Yeah.
and it starts like, doom, doom, doom. That's the
Oh.
first. That's the opening. And I'm
So it's the choice is
that's
yours.
all I
Revisited.
needed, yes.
Yeah.
So I messaged him back. I said, now you're going to make me listen to this album. And I went and listened to Wolf in Sheep's Clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got the greatest intro of all intros.
We'll have to ask DJ Introduction about that.
Yes.
Woke up! Didn't choke up!
Grabbed my AK. It was broke up. Put it together like a jigsaw. Grabbed my 9 and my Rambo knife off the floor. Went to the bathroom. Yo, bitch, wake up. Yo, the fuck, use my toothbrush. I love that.
Mom, you broke the fucking egg yolk!
and it's so great because it is so not Drez.
No, and that's when he wakes up. He's like, I dreamed that I was hard.
Yeah, for any of you who were here when Drez was here, you know that it's so not even him.
No. That was one of my favorite interviews we've done.
Yeah, that was a
Next-
whole show.
Next on the list, Eiffel for Zagan. That was after Cube.
Yes. So they were
Hit the road.
technically a one and done as well.
Mm-hmm.
As,
Under the-
as a full crew.
Yes. Don't tell people to lose their mind if you say that.
I know.
Organized Confusion.
Ooh, look out. For
They're-
a fucking launch.
Mm-hmm. Main Source. The Breaking Adams album.
Yes, that's an incredible album.
It really is. Apocalypse 91. The Enemy Strikes
The Enemy
Black.
Strikes Black, yes.
Another good record.
Oh, yeah.
Not-
Anything Public Enemy puts out is a good record.
I mean, can't trust it.
That's not how you say it.
Can't trust it. Step in the Arena, one that's near and dear to your heart.
Incredible album.
That was their second one, right?
That was their third one. Because
They have an EP
one-
first or something?
No. The first one would have been No More Mr. Nice Guy.
Mm-hmm.
The second one was Daily Opera. No, second one was Step in the Arena. The third one was Daily Operation.
Daily
wasn't it?
Operation was third, I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, because it was 91 and then 92. Yes.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Gangstar went a stretch where they put out like an album a year for
Yeah,
2 or
it was
3
nice.
years. So
It was very nice because Hard to Earn was like 94. And then you got into Moment of Truth.
Mhm.
But there was a gap on that. So I was on a cruise for that one. I think it was like 98. Anyway.
Death Certificate.
Cube.
One song on that record completely destroyed Eiffel for Zagan and everybody associated with it
Was
for
it
the remainder of their days.
The song called Lack of Petroleum Jelly?
Yes, yes, yes. A distinct lack of lubricating petroleum jelly.
That's the Walmart version.
Yes.
The great value version of the album.
De La Soul is Dead in 91
That is a great album.
with the daisy pot tipped over.
Yep.
And then finally,
finished the inner sound.
and Nipsey already mentioned this, the Low End Theory.
Of course, that had to be there.
Number one on the list, and again, probably to a certain extent should be number one on the list, although you
Right.
could argue that the Gangstar record could be too.
And I would till the day I died, but it's preference.
Well, you would, because Gangstar is,
One of the best yet, from what I've been told.
that's kind of what I hear too. That is Hip Hop Headlines for episode 448. We're going to take our
Yay.
first break of the evening. When we come back, we're going to have some woo news, including what sounds like a rehashed article from HHH last week, but it's not. It's
No.
parquet. No,
Indeed.
it's Woo News. Come on back after the break to Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448.
Yay.
I got it good.
Well, let me tell you who I am.
The BIGDADD
K-
KANE.
Kind of like the BIZ ARKIE.
The late great.
Mm-hmm. Gangstar. One of the best yet. Here to remind you. Is that how it starts off? Gangstar has got to be the sure shot. And it's like that.
It's like that.
It's like
It's like
that.
I can't start, it's got to be the short shot. And it's like that. One more time.
Yeah.
Gangstar.
We'll start with Big Shug here.
Gangstar is one of the best yet. Just had to remind you, we still are. Hey, Gangstar, one of the best yet. Just had to remind you, we still are. Hey.
Had to remind you.
Because it's Big Shug, Guru, and Freddie the
Freddie
Fox.
the Fox, that's right.
It's the militia.
That does go into a song called Take Flight, which is the Militia Part 4. Kind of like Daryl and Joe is Crush Groove Part 3.
Yes.
Just had to remind you, we still are. Hey. I don't think. Yeah, Gangstar's No More Mr. Nice Guy is not currently on Spotify.
Really?
Yeah.
That shocks me.
Yeah. That means you're gonna have to go to what's the
Title. Apple
No,
Music.
no. The they have an album. Oh no, they took that one off too. The decade of
Yeah, the greatest hits thing.
yeah. So Manifest is currently not on Spotify,
Wow.
which is one of my favorite songs because it's the first one that I ever heard from them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if they took them off of Apple Music, if they took them off of Spotify.
No, there it is. Mass Appeal. The Best of Gangstar. It is there.
Step
Just
in the
didn't show up
Arena's
under
on
their
there.
name.
Which album did you say was not on there anymore? No More
No
Mr.
More
Nice Guy?
Nice Guy? Yeah.
Yeah, that was taken off of Apple Music too.
What the fuck? DJ Premier with that scratch chorus.
I profess and I don't jest, cause the words I manifest, they will take you, sedate you. And I will stress upon you the need for you all to feed your minds and souls so you can lead yourself.
There's a real objective here. Sorry.
Let me see. Essential album is one of the best yet instrumental. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they took No More Mr. Nice Guy right off. I wonder why.
No, it makes zero sense to me. There's a playlist on here. No More Mr. Nice Guy. Yeah. It's all gone except for Manifest. This person. Okay. Let me tell you people, if you are making a playlist on Spotify,
Yes.
don't put all of the same artist all in a row. I know you guys made mixtapes in the 80s, and you know you don't go back to back with the same artist. Don't do it on a Spotify playlist because it's easy, because they're right there all in a row.
It's lazy.
Stank dubious. All right. Oh, so and remember, if you're buying a mug, and you're a patron, they go on sale on Thursday. And I will tell you all, it's going to be $45.
Mm-hmm.
And that will make Bill and myself a total of $68 when this is all said and done.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not about us making money. But
No.
it's also not about us losing money, so I can't let us lose money. Small run, mugs cost more. Large run, mugs cost less.
Supply and demand.
Indeed. And you will have possibly the most limited mug out there. Because I don't think even our patron only mugs, I don't think they were numbered actually. They may have been, but I don't remember. Those, I think there's actually more of these. No, John, it is not my job. If you are making a playlist, make it right. It is not my job to do your job.
No, you do your job.
Even though I can do your job, I don't get paid to do your job. You need to do your own damn job. Bring me a goddamn fribble.
I liked fribbles.
Yes, Gail, these are numbered, and if I can tip my coffee up enough, you may be able to see.
I am
over
18
there.
of
Bill has
31.
18 of 31. Greg, they will go on sale Thursday for our patrons, kind of like most companies do their subscribers a day early. Our patrons get a full day because they ride with us all year long. So you can either become a patron before Thursday, and Bill will tell you how to do that at the end of the show, or you can hope that the patrons don't buy all 28 available mugs, because Bill has one, I have one, and one was broken in transit, and be there quick, fast, in a hurry if there's any left.
Don't worry. Flavor Vision ain't blurry.
Indeed. Yes. So Friday morning, if the patrons don't buy them all, because there are a super duper limited amount, 28 will be made available to the public, because once again, Bill has one, I have one, and one broke it.
Because that is the beauty of being the people on the show. We get them.
That's just the way the story goes.
That is just the way the story goes.
But yes, they will be available, and hopefully I have my boxes, I have my bubble wrap. Ask anybody around. I pack pretty well. I'm
He
ready
does.
to go.
You had to see how mine came in. Holy shit.
No, Gail, it actually cracked right through the top of the medallion. It cut right through the top of the pumpkin, so I threw it away. I would have sent it your way had the medallion been intact, but it was not. It did split right through it. Sorry. Yeah, no, it was split. I mean, Rye even looked at it and she said, no, this was not going to be any good for anybody. It
Yeah,
cracked right through the
unsalvageable.
Yeah, so I took a picture of it. I sent Sunset Hill and said, hey, and Elena said, I got you. You're covered for, I owe you one next time around. And I threw it in the trash. So, all right. If Bill is done writing his memoir, we'll.
I am done. Yes.
Okay. We will get ready to kick off some woo woo woo.
Did the medallion stay intact?
Now, 'cause Gail carves them out.
Yeah, I know she does.
And I actually have an Uncle Sam one that she sent me, which is awesome because Sam's my man. I have a tattoo, and yeah, I may ask them. I'll contact Elena tomorrow and see if she can send me a medallion. That'd be pretty cool.
That would be kind of cool. I don't know what we would do with it, but
Yeah.
especially since my wife is convinced that the
The Halloweenies,
the Halloweenies, yes,
Halloweeners, whatever we are.
yes, Either way,
Yeah.
that's what this mug is called, by the way, the Halloweenies.
Yes, I prefer jack-o'-lanterns, but
Well, we already used that one.
we never did anything with it.
We did the T-shirts.
Well, the T-shirts are this. I took the other ones out.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. So
I threw them away.
no, I like the medallion on this one, and I love the orange glaze. So
Yes, yeah. It cost us a whole bunch of extra money to get this glaze, but damn it, it's worth it.
but damn it, it's worth it. That's right.
Damn, it
So-
feels good to be a gangster. All right,
Because it's hard out here for a pimp.
it is.
That's what I hear
Gotta
anyway.
Whoop that trick.
You know, I've heard that trick does need to be whooped from time
Yes,
to time.
that's what I've been told, but I'm not the man to do it. All right,
Me either.
so we're gonna hit this drop, and then we're gonna do some woo 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 and maybe some music after that. So let's do this with a Shree.
Sounds good.
Woo's your mama?
I got it good. Now let me tell you who I am. The B-I-G-D-A-double-D-Y-K-A-N-E. Dramatic, Asiatic, not like...
Hey, yo, this your boy Big Daddy Kane, and when you're trying to hear that classic material, you need to be checking out my man, Mr. Throwback Thursday. Go good.
So when I roll on the rappers, you better be ready. To die because you're petty. You're just a butter knife. I'm a machete.
One, two. What's good, yo? This is Ghostface stand now, y'all. And right about now, it's time for Woo News with Jamie and Bill. I know what it is. Get it correct. Mr. Throwback Thursdays, Jamie and Bill. You know what I mean? On Woo News. That's what's going down right now. Y'all check this out. Exclusive. Peace.
The RZA, the Jizza, Raekwon, Master Killer, Inspector Jack, You God, Method Man, Ghostface Killer, and old dirty bastard.
It's now time for Woo News with Mr. Throwback Thursday.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448, coming right back at you here. Funk Flex is at it again, dude.
Look, somebody's got to do his job because he's not doing his job.
But apparently he thinks everybody needs to do his job for him, and the problem is everybody is doing his job for him.
Yeah, and Riblet St. James is not involved.
Hip Hop DX says that Raekwon and Toastface Grilla are the next to be called out for Funk Flex's new, quote, music challenge, which is subtitled, I can't do shit. Give me new music to play because I'm not good enough to play what I already have.
Yeah, the stuff that the record labels give me isn't helping me maintain my my standing as the street DJ. You know?
Yeah. So Raekwon the Chef and Toastface Grilla are the latest rappers to be called out by Funkmaster Flex Night.
Indeed.
Because they haven't released much in the way of new music in a while. So he's already called out Busta Rhymes, Joel Santana, Conway the Machine, Fabulous. Now he says, I challenge Raekwon and Toastface to get me a joint. They got to be on the same song, no features. Why are you challenging anybody?
Right, because I got that new Funk Flex CD, right? No.
And he says, and this is the dumbest reasoning for it. He says, I know you guys are rich. You're doing a lot of shows. I look at your jewelry game and car game, and I understand the Wu-Tang tour is going on. I think you should record it in Staten Island. Just a request. Well, if they're so goddamn busy doing touring and everything, maybe they don't have time to listen to your sorry ass.
Yeah, that was fucking ridiculous. Funk Flex is ridiculous.
But everybody, floods his comments is like, yeah, let's get new music from these guys.
Right, well, I get that. Because as a fan, I want to hear new Rain Ghost. So, yeah, I'll jump on the back of Flex and his cry for help. If you're saying, if I run out here and say, hey, give us new music, the people want new music, I'm also going to be one of the people saying, yes, we do. So they don't just think it's Funk Flex unable to do his job. and wanting stuff to be able to say, I broke this on my station. Remember that? Yeah, no, we all want new Ghostface Killer. We all want new Raekwon the Chef. Put them together. That's even better.
And Raekwon just responded to him by saying, "We accept all applications," and tagged Funk Flex in it.
Yeah. Again, fuck Funk Flex.
Yeah.
It is not 1994. People remember you more for getting liposuction and posting videos than being the hot New York DJ.
He's DJ Khaled with a radio show right now.
He is. I mean, Red Alert and Chuck Cello are still, and Marley are still the heart of New York.
Mm-hmm.
I see Uncle Red, he's still fucking Red Alert.
Yes.
I see Funk Flex, and again, isn't that the guy who got liposuction and posted it on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the big FMF. Yeah, I don't care. I don't listen to terrestrial radio, so I don't listen to Funk Flex.
No.
And his
Me
top
either.
40 hits or whatever the hell he's playing these days. Just to put it in perspective for the MTV generation, Funk Flex is Carson Daly.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's not even DJ Scribble.
No, he is not. He is Carson Daly. Because Carson Daly now is like, look at me, I'm on the Today Show. Okay. Remember when I was on TRL? Shut up, dude. Remember when I was hanging out with Fred Durst? Yes, I do.
Yeah. Yes,
So
I can still
that's where
smell
Funk
that.
Flex is. Funk Flex, the only thing I remember Funk Flex for is Rosie Perez talking about she used to listen to Funk Flex. That's it. He is not Red. He is not Chuck. He is not Marley. He's not Mr. Magic. He's that other guy, when Hot 97 took over after 98.7 said, we're not doing this anymore. He is not Tony Touch.
No. That's for sure. Next article. Consequence.net. You ever sit back and rank all the Wu-Tang Clan albums?
No. I know my top number one, and I know my least favorite. That's about where it stops.
Yes. So they have ranked all the Wu-Tang albums from bottom to top. Let's put it that way.
From the bottom to the top.
From worst to best. The one on the bottom of their list, and I don't think they have Once Upon a Time in Shaolin on there, only because
you can't, because they never heard it.
And it's technically a mathematics record anyway.
Yeah. But nobody's heard it except for Nick and the guys who own it now. But Better Tomorrow?
Last on the list.
Is it? Good, because it's last on my list.
Yep.
I think I like 2 songs on that. I still have the Bluetooth speaker that
has the 2 songs loaded in it.
It has 5 songs on it.
Yep.
I don't know where it went. It must be upstairs.
And then, the album art is just a picture of the skyline, so it's not great. Yeah. Number 5 on the list, Iron Flag.
Which is okay. That's a fine album.
No ODB on that record.
That's a Columbia album.
And no ODB record on that record because he was in jail at the time.
Yeah. It's a Columbia record because it's okay. It's it's not bad by any means. Like A Better Tomorrow, I was not happy with.
Right.
Iron Flag it's fine. It's not the record. It's not the Wu-Tang record I'm recommending to anyone.
It's also the shortest Wu-Tang record ever made. 55 minutes. Yep.
Yeah, I would have figured 8 Diagrams was.
That's next on the list.
Is it?
Yes.
You would think I have Wu News in front of me, but here, I'll show everybody. I don't.
Nope. No, 8 Diagrams is next on the list. They say, despite the well-documented infighting and negative reactions from Ray and Toast, who vanishes halfway through the album.
Yeah.
They do say 8 Diagrams is their most cohesive work since their debut.
Okay.
Even though the chef calls RZA a hip hop hippie on there. So
Yeah, shit happens.
number 3 on the list, The W.
The W, yeah. Yeah.
I think everybody was on that record. And they had a lot of guests on that record, too.
Did they?
Isaac Hayes, Capadonna,
Sure.
Nas, Redman, Snoop, Busta, K-Slay. They were all on there.
Yeah. Although Isaac Hayes was Hammer or Slammer, one or the other,
Mhm.
he is forever children.
He's Chef. Yes, he will always be Chef to me. Number 2 on the list, Wu-Tang Forever.
Well, that's fair.
Because still the
Hey, let's
greatest.
talk, the saga continues.
Yeah, they don't even have that one listed, which
That's
is
not
weird.
great either.
So Wu-Tang Forever on
Wu-Tang
there.
Forever had, as we've said a billion times, the greatest opening verse on any track.
Yep. I've heard about you. I've heard about your ability to bomb and how you do it atomically. And
So
I'm trying to put my finger on what number 1 could be. Oh yeah.
Oh, maybe that's where the
And-
saga continues is.
Enter the Wu-Tang.
Okay, that's probably
36
a better choice.
Yeah, probably. Just maybe the best record. You know what? We could put that in one of the classic debut records too.
Debuts, yeah.
You know what? We never think to put that on there when we talk about the classic debut records.
No.
Because we don't think of it as the debut. We just think of it as
It's a
fucking
Wu
woo.
record, yeah.
Yeah. Just happens to be their first one. But, yeah. The saga continues wasn't on there at all. All right. Last article of Woo News. Shadow Force. Shadow Force adds Divine Joy Randolph and Clifford Smith, professionally known as to their action thriller for Lionsgate. Divine Joy Randolph, Only Murders in the Building, which I see ads for all the time.
Right? Oh, dude,
Yeah.
you need to watch that. That is awesome. I am
And-
not a what's her name? Selena Gomez. Like, I don't know jack or shit about Selena Gomez.
I know her forehead's too big.
But she's great in that. It's her, Steve Martin, and Martin Short.
Really?
Amongst the cast of supporting players. But the three of them together are awesome. Like, Steve Martin and Martin Short
Yeah.
are a perfect couple.
Mhm.
And like
Have been for a
come
long
up
time.
together- right. So to throw somebody else into that mix is going to take a lot of work for them to be a cohesive team.
Right.
She fits with them so well that it is such a good show.
She's just a weird looking girl to me.
And her voice is weird.
Yeah. I don't
But
think
no,
she can sing very
but
well either.
She's great in that, though. But yes, you should watch that.
But anyway, she was added to Shadow Force from Lionsgate along with Method Man. So the film was written by Leon Chills, centers on Kyra and Isaac, who were once the leaders of a multinational special forces group called Shadow Force. They broke the rules by falling in love, and in order to protect their son, they go underground. So think the A-Team meets Padme and Anakin.
Fair enough.
How's that?
That works.
With a large bounty on their heads and the vengeful Shadow Force hot on their trail, one family's fight becomes an all-out war.
Dude, speaking of the A-Team, completely off topic. I posted the A-Team intro one time, just written as words.
Yes.
And people were asking me, well, what happened to them? What were they? What was the crime that they committed that they didn't? And what happened to them? Were they? I'm like,
If you
not
can
know the
find them.
fucking A-Team.
It's like, I don't know. You can't find them.
No,
It
but
says
if you
right
can
there,
find
if you
them,
can find them.
you can ask them, and you can also hire the A-Team.
Yes. Hold me like you did by the lake house on Naboo.
Look, as long as we're not hanging on a Tatooine for another series, I'm okay.
Cranky looks like he's out. See you later, Cranky.
Holla, holla.
No, but I did like the Obi-Wan Kenobi series. You didn't?
I was let down. It was not as bad as Boba Fett.
Boba Fett was terrible.
Oh my god, it was horrible. It was like Mandalorian.
Boba Fett was
season
paint.
2.5.
Yeah, Boba Fett was paint drying. Oh yeah, okay. So welcome back, Cranky.
So Cranky and I talked about both of those series as they were happening, and neither one of them scored higher than probably a B on any episode or a C overall for either of us.
There were some really decent scenes though in Obi-Wan. The last lightsaber fight between Obi-Wan and Anakin, where Anakin came out with that beautiful line, "You didn't kill Anakin, I did."
I did, yeah.
I was like, okay. Which is why later on, Alec Guinness says a young Jedi named Darth Vader betrayed and murdered your father.
Right.
Because that's what he said. He said he killed him.
Yes, but how does Leia not remember that she knows who Obi-Wan Kenobi is? She went on this big journey with him.
Yeah.
Had to act her life seriously. And then she later on says, "Oh, you fought with my father."
Here's the thing. I can understand, using the whole Jedi mind trick to make people forget shit, but she's force sensitive, so I don't know if that would work on her.
It would not.
So there's a couple of plot holes in there, but I do like Ewan McGregor, and I thought as Obi-Wan Kenobi, I thought that was brilliant casting, even back in the prequel days. So the flashy thing from MIB, no.
Will Smith just smacks you now. He doesn't even use that anymore.
Yeah, yeah, that's what it is. He just smacks the flash into you. So Method Man will be in Shadow Force. Look for it on your streaming services and probably in theaters because it sounds like it's going to be a theatrical release. And in the meanwhile, I will have to look for Only Murders in the Building or something like that just so I can check that out.
Yes, watch Only Murders in the Building after you finish The League because they are both on Hulu.
I'm trying to watch The League, man.
You can do it.
It's 7 seasons.
You can do it.
Don't shush me. That's 7 seasons of people I can't stand.
Rafi, you just met Rafi. You have to get into the Rafi world.
No. Rafi has already pissed me off. Rafi can go away.
Awesome.
Rafi needs a shower, and Rafi needs to go away.
Look, I would watch a show if it was just Rafi and Taco.
No,
Yes.
I would not do that.
Yes.
Let's get into the music before you and I get into a fight.
Yeah, we've done worse.
Dude, there's nobody on that show that's likable.
You're not supposed to like them. You're supposed to like the story.
I don't even like the story because I don't like the people. I want them all to die.
That's fair.
So
one of them will. How about that?
Oh, really?
A member of the League will die. Spoiler.
Ruxin?
I cannot tell you that. You have to watch.
Nick Kroll went on to bigger and better things. So let's get into
Big
music,
Mouth.
shall we? Big Mouth is funny, dude. I didn't give a fuck what anybody says. Big Mouth is fucking funny.
It's not the League.
No, it's not. It's better than the League.
Nope.
The League does not have John Mulaney in it, and John Mulaney's fucking hysterical. John Mulaney's fucking hysterical. I'll have no John Mulaney slander. Besides, he's banging Olivia Munn. The dude's got
No, he's
something.
not. That's why he's a turd. He broke out on her. Yeah.
They're not together anymore because they
No.
just had pictures together.
It was your People magazine, man.
I don't read People magazine.
Nobody does. What do we got for music?
What do we have for music? We have a one and done. And the one and done, like I said, sounds something like something you would snap into.
Yes.
Dude, it just says that Olivia Munn surprised him on stage 1 day ago for his 40th birthday.
I don't know. Maybe he left his wife for Olivia Munn. Maybe
He
that's
did.
why
He
he's
left
a
his
turd.
he left his wife for Olivia Munn.
Okay, then that's why he's a shit. I didn't say he wasn't funny. I just said he's a shit.
Dude, that's a major. Have you seen his wife?
No, I don't care.
It's a major upgrade. He did well.
I know Olivia Munn was on Attack of the Show.
Olivia Munn was on the Newsroom. That's where I first saw her.
I don't know anything about that. I know she was on Attack of the Show.
If you've never seen The Newsroom,
G4 TV.
The Newsroom is great. The Newsroom has that who is it? Jeff Daniels speech. You know, America's not the greatest country in the world anymore.
Yes.
Have you ever seen that one? Yeah, that's where that came
Everyone's
from.
been subject to that.
Yes, that's where that came from. Which tells you, because it was written by Aaron Sorkin. So I don't care if she's damaged goods, dude. She's Aaron Rodgers, fucked Danica Patrick too. So Aaron Rodgers is a douche, but
indeed.
So anyway, yeah. One and done. That's where we're at. Episode 448, one and done. The one and done, I believe this is a true one and done.
I think so.
Came to us 1994. I have, this is the only one that I see. The name of the record, I Sold My Soul to the Hood. It is by Silky Slim. Snap into a
like
Silky
Adam
Slim.
Sandler's Silky Smooth.
No. I have 13 tracks. What do you have?
I've got 13 as well.
All right. And, of course, John's going to say this is a garbage record because there is no intro on it.
There was not.
So we're going to get right into track number 1, On Fire, subtitled Gangsta Double X Mix. As opposed to Chex Mix.
Yes.
If it was Double Chex Mix, I would like it.
Y'all niggas better get strapped, cause we about to drop a motherfucking bomb. Monster Funkenstein.
Monster Funkenstein.
And we got Silky Slim and Brain Gig. Motherfucker, we about to start a fire in this bitch. So everybody get on up and funk with the real shit for the nut. All the way to 2000 and then some. We are the ones to overcame the overcome. Once again, we win. W-I-N.
West Side.
Track number 2, Another Massacre. Another one.
Who is it? Mr.
Who
Robinson's
this?
Neighborhood?
Oh, shit. We don't listen to this.
Why y'all bringing up my homie shit?
Fuck that shit. This is straight shot central. You know what I'm saying? Listen to that shit. Come with the real shit.
Shots ringing out in the hood.
No need to be sorry about being late, Tammy. You're here. We're happy you're here.
Mom's outside and she's screaming, G, because she want the Lord to come down and please save me. But I live the life of a hardcore gangster. Silky Slim.
A hardcore gangster. Silky Slim.
Track number 3, A Little Something for the Hose.
You gotta give the hose a little something.
God, I always give the hose a little something.
Well, I'ma tell you like this. What's a hump? A stuck up trick on a dick, yeah, you know, we call them sluts, tricks. Yeah, leaving bitches always talking that shit. And then there was stitches. Hey, once upon a time I knew this bitch named Chan. No for something dicks from LA to Miami. We had trophies and shit. Gold-plated dicks that read deep throat of the year.
Say gold-plated dicks that read Deep Throat of the Year. That's a hell of a trophy.
It's better than the Shiva.
It is.
Track number 4, Kill or Be Killed, or should I say the Dre?
Yes. You have to watch to see how
I'm inside myself.
Waking up to my bed, fucking rage, cause niggas like Brain Dead has to get paid. A psycho nigga from Burton G, and I don't realize why a nigga had the nerves to fuck with me. Cut his head off and threw it in a ditch. The next thing you know, I'm grabbing for this nigga's dick. I cut that off and shoved it down the nigga's throat. My name is Silky Slim, I like to eat dead goats.
Wait a minute. My name is Silky Slim. I like to eat dead goats. I suppose that's better than trying to eat a live goat, but...
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a goat connoisseur.
It's a strange thing to say.
It is. I'm not a goat connoisseur. I do know people who do eat that stuff.
Yeah.
But
and it's usually dead, right?
I would think so, yes.
Okay. Like
track
Slim. Dead
track number 4, Kill or Be Killed. I guess that goes for the goats.
For the goats, yeah.
Damn. It's just about judgment, bro.
Uh-oh.
And I don't know if my name is going to be in the book of life. Because I sold my soul to the hood.
Oh, look out. We got a title. Got that album title track.
Yeah. I sold my soul to the hood. Yeah.
A Casio keyboard?
Wait a second. Is this?
Say, yeah.
Did we do Kill or Be Killed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember,
I
because
thought
we said
we-
it was about the film.
Oh, that's right. And then track number 5 would be I Sold My Soul to the Hood, the title track.
Right.
I didn't get a chance to say that. So
Oh, how did we get there?
I don't remember. I don't remember if we
Well, let's
heard
go
anything
back-
about the
let's
gold.
Let's go back to Kill or Be Killed and see what happened.
No, we didn't hear this.
Waking up from my grave in a fucking rage. Cause niggas like Brain did it. That's to get paid. A psycho nigga from Burton G. And
I thought Euros were lamb.
nigga had the nerves to
They
fuck
are.
with me. Could
John says that's goat.
do it in the ditch.
Okay,
Next thing you
let me
know,
tell
I
you
grab the button.
what happens. I've been to a couple places in Greece, and I've had Euros there. And you ask them what is on the spit, and it is meat. Meat is what is in your Euro. They will not specify anything more.
It could be kangaroo for all you know.
They don't fucking. It's meat.
So that's what they used to say was in Carol's Burgers was kangaroo meat. I still love Carol's when I was a kid.
Oh.
So
And you know what I did not know until about 10 years ago?
what?
Because I was talking about Carol's. I used to love the one across from Montgomery Ward's.
Yep.
Is that Carol's owns Burger King.
Yes.
I didn't know that. I just thought Carol's disappeared. I did not know that they were the parent company of Burger King.
Yeah, it's funny. I found that out by accident because I saw one of the corporate things on the wall when you're waiting for your meal to be
Yep.
brought out to you and you read anything that's in front of you.
Yes.
Carol's Corporation. I saw that. I was like, no shit.
Yeah, I saw. I was going through the drive-through like I say it was like 10 years ago. I was going through the drive-through and there was a sign on the side because they were looking for help. So it says apply at carolsrestaurant.com or whatever it was. I was like, wait, what? Never in my life did I know that Carol's was, well, let's say bigger than Burger King. You know, the Carol's Corporation was larger.
Yeah.
than Burger
I'm
King.
just impressed that you remember the one that we both remember the same one then, because the one across from Montgomery Ward's, had the big, like,
I used to sit
plate
at the
glass
bar
window
with
in the
schools.
beginning. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yep. My father loved that. He didn't like any kind of fast food, but he liked Carol's Burgers for some reason or another.
Yeah, we used to go. Like my mom would drag me out shopping when I was a kid. We would go to like Stop and Shop and Bradley's, and
Yep.
and then we would go and stop at Carol's.
Oh my God, Bradley's.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the grocery store and department store, which were connected.
Yep.
Walk through a door between them.
That's back when they had department stores.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as I mean, the closest you get now is Target. There's no Bradley's. There's no Caldor,
No,
James Way, any of that stuff.
no. Ames.
So
There you go.
we listened to I Sold My Soul to the Hood.
Rob said he worked for Greek, and Euros are lamb and beef together.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, all they would tell me in Greece.
Is this the
was
first
meat.
we've seen, Rob?
No, he was on before we started the show even.
Oh, okay. Because I didn't see him comment on the mugs, so
I did not either.
he usually
busy.
does. Maybe. Next song, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, track number 6. Thank you, G.
Anytime, B.
Just wanna say thank you, G.
I'm gonna give praise to God on this. But without him, there would be no need.
Real motherfucking G's.
Thank you, God.
Move in silence,
Dear Lord, up above, I have
like lasagna.
to praise you, G, for the love that you gave me. I thank you, see. But without you, there would even be no me. And that's the thing that some young brothers don't see. God keeps his eyes on us at all.
Rob said he was probably eating. Maybe he was eating a Euro.
Euro. I need a Euro. Track number 7, 50C Cop. I guess that's 50. Is that 50 cent? Because
50
mine
cent
just
cop
says
on mine,
okay. Because mine just says 50C. It doesn't have the cent sign. I kind of figured that's what it was, though.
Yeah.
just a fuck about one time.
It's always good to have rednecks on the run.
Track number 8, Dumping on 'Em. Also known as Daylight's song.
Yeah. Or is it the new game track, Dumping on M?
Oh, it could be.
Got that PP51 dude. Sipping on apple juice.
God, I love that. What are we up to? Track number 9?
We are.
What It Is.
It's it. Oh.
And what it isn't, it is.
What it is, what it could be.
What it was.
I grew up in the ghetto, mellow fella, slow with the cash flow, intently with the flow slow. Like I'm retarded, but don't play a fool for a fool, strictly old school, gangsters rule. This
Yeah, a lot of terminology that you just can't get away with these days.
Track number 10. I Feel Like Killing a Nickelback.
Well, that's not cool.
That's just the name of the song. That is not my personal...
Yeah, the views of Bill Winters are not the views of the Mr. Throwback Thursday podcast and its sponsors.
Where they at? What the fuck I'm saying? Niggas talking loud, ain't saying a motherfucking thing. Running shit that they ain't running up with their mouth. Bitch ass, come smooth, crack, smoking ass. Nigga, bitch, bad blue, this right now. I feel like killing a nigga. I feel like killing a nigga. Say what? I feel like killing a nigga. I feel like killing a nigga. Check it out. Every place I go, it's the same old.
Hello, Suhaila.
Oh my goodness.
Have you ever heard of this album? This is
Silky Slim from 94?
Yeah, 1994.
She says, nope.
Yeah, that's where we are too.
Yeah. So track number 11, American Justice.
All right, let's get into that, see if that's any better.
First of all, can we just say how fantastic Suhaila looks lately?
Oh, always. And always with a smile.
Unlimited supply of sugar smack smooches. That's what that is.
Spends millions of dollars each year to help other countries when America itself is falling apart. There are so many killings.
Well, that's still pertinent today.
Yeah, that it is. Track number 12, 187 R.I.P.
Okay, play it.
Yeah, bitch. That nigga 50 still back in the motherfucking house, bitch. I got my nigga homicide in the house. King size in the motherfucking house. My nigga gave some up in the house straight out that Cali, bitch.
Yeah, you just got everybody in the house. That better be a big house.
So let's see.
There's a reason we didn't hear about this album in 1990.
Yeah. We'll play the last song, and I'll give you a little bit of a background on Silky Slim. Last track, number 13, Party Shouts Out.
I thought he just did that. Talking about everybody who's in his house.
Yes.
Yeah, nigga, that brain dead is in the motherfucking house, nigga. Silky Slim's having a party.
You know I'm hearing it. Ice-T's in the house tonight. What you want to do? Party. That's all I was hearing in the background there.
Not the only album Silky Slim put out.
Okay.
His next album didn't come out until 2008.
Oh, Jesus. 14 years between records?
Yes. His name is Arthur Reed. He's from Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Okay.
He is also the president of Formaldehyde Records.
Alrighty then.
Also known as...
This was not on Formaldehyde Records. This was on Central Media.
Also known as Arthur Reed, Mr. Slim, Silky Slim, Silky, and Silky Slim da Head Bussa.
You can call me Jay.
You can call me Raymond J. Johnson Jr. That's wow.
That's all I'm hearing there.
Silky Slim, I sold my soul to the hood. You're one and done for episode 448. I have no singles on here, and I have no charting action.
This album went triple hot dog water.
Triple hot dog water. With a single chocolate starfish.
A horrible, horrible album. But once again, he put out 2 albums and we put out none. So he was doing something right.
So he wins.
Yeah.
Record of the week.
Say they were doo-doo.
Record of the week comes to us from our new artist of the month.
Yes.
Our new artist of the month is Just Ice, Joseph Williams Jr.
Potentially the original gangster rapper.
Right. From New York City, born June 22nd, 1965. Currently makes him 57 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Just Ice was a former bouncer at punk clubs and credited as the first of the New York rappers to embrace gangster rap, burst out of the Castle Hill neighborhood in the Bronx.
Yes, I know it's easy to say Schoolie D was the original gangster rapper, but Just Ice was a damn gangster. He was
to the point where he was charged with murder of a drug dealer, but later proven innocent.
Yes.
So yeah, this record
And
that
he
we're
had-
doing,
was his beatbox name DMX?
his beatbox name was
No, not his name. He had a DMX with him, like not Earl
Human
Simmons
DMX, Ben Human DMX Payne.
Yes. Yeah, so it wasn't Earl Simmons.
No.
It was DMX
Human
before DMX was DMX.
Human DMX was his first
Yeah.
was his full name, not just DMX.
Well, that's all Just Ice ever refers to him as is DMX.
Yeah. So yeah, big guy of Nation of Gods and Earths, Nation of Islam. But yeah, put out a grand total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 records.
And he just dropped a couple of weeks, well, probably a month ago now,
Mhm.
a new song with Curtis Mantronic.
Right, which I think we did.
We did.
So that is your Artist of the Month for September of 2022. And we will introduce you to our Artist of the Month by bringing you, as the Record of the Week, his debut record. This record came out May 3rd, 1986. That's one day before my wedding anniversary, which was May the 4th be with you.
Not 1986, though.
No, and also with you. 48 minutes and 21 seconds long, so it's a short record. On Fresh and Sleeping Bag Records, produced by
That was one of
Curtis
my
Mantronics.
labels.
I know it was. I know you like your Sleeping Bag Records. Back to the Old School is the name of the record. It is the debut record by Just Ice. I have 10 tracks on this record.
As do I.
No intro, John. Sorry. You'll have to let DJ Introduction know that is not a thing this week. Track number 1, Cold Getting Dumb.
Cold getting dumb.
Yeah, he said my man DMX, the original human beatbox.
Track number 2, Love Story. John is a dog on a bone on these things, man. Track number 3, Back to the Old School. That's what we do every week here.
We do.
Having some fun with my man, Sonny, Max on the beat, rhythm machine, kind of sort of a rhythm with the sound that he combined with just a historical event.
But this is the stuff we came up on. I mean, this was, and in my brain, when somebody says, "Oh, there's a new hip hop artist, there's a new, rap record," this is the stuff that immediately hits my brain as this is what rap is. This is what hip hop music is.
Right. Track number 4, LaToya.
Now you gotta say it, LaToya.
LaToya.
All right, party people in the place to be. Here we go on the one they call MC Precise, Just Ice on the mic, the one they call DMX on the beatbox for your performing. It's a pleasure. Wind it up. LaToya. Wind it up. Come on, clap your hands, wind it up. Come on, clap your hands. Keep it out while I tell you like this. A fresh little story, be sure you don't miss. It's our scoop for ya, the truth for ya. I can go on for days about this girl named
LaToya.
Track number 5, Gangster of Hip Hop.
He tells you.
Just Ice. Wind it up. Just Ice. When it comes to a rhyme, wind it up. You better make it on time. I take my lyrics direct. I'm over getting respect. I get your girl and my arm.
Track number 6, Little Bad Johnny.
Yes, John. Someone did talk about you. Somebody said your name.
Track number 7, Put the Record Back On.
It's like a step away from going shiddly waddly widdly diddly whoa. Put that record back on.
Track number 8, Turbocharged.
Not Turbo Vikings.
Track number 9, Cole Getting Dumb 2.
Yeah, now go away. I'll correct my articulate vernacular. So always make me suspect. I'm concentrating my thoughts on higher goals. If you think about opposing me, I know that you're bold. In addition, I mentioned releasing my tension, my rise. I'll be facing to say out every bit of competition. So please adhere. I swear my voice is singing and clear. Or but because you better be aware. My speech is unique, never obsolete. Mathematical terms to make it complete. Elevated to a level that's
Last track on the record, That Girl Is a Slut.
Well, that's just rude.
That is, yes, that's just very...
Her name's Sally.
Well, if it is that girl, then yes.
Yeah.
all right. Hit it. All right. For all the biting MCs. What? This is the original DMX. To the man Biz Marquee. Fake MC. You start the party wrong, my man. When we start the party, we count it off. Can I hear it? Can I hear it? Can I hear it? Count off. Here we go. This is the original. Oh boy.
A 1-2, a 1-2.
Gotta love the Biz Marquee in the background there. So that is Just Ice. Back to the old school. Your record of the week for episode 448, brought to you by your artist of the month for September 2022. Just Ice. There is some charting action on this.
Okay.
Only on the album. No singles released, but the album did chart on the U.S. Top R&B and Hip Hop Albums chart, and it peaked at number 67. So, something on there anyway.
Yeah, for the time frame, that's pretty good.
And that is your record of the week for episode 448, Just Ice, back to the old school. We'll remind you that your one and done was Silky Slim with I Sold My Soul to the Hood. And before we take our final break of the evening, we have an old to the new, and we talked about it during Hip Hop Headlines, and I can't wait to hear this. The old to the new, Cool G Rap featuring Big Daddy Kane, Fly Till I Die.
Born and raised in Corona, anyone you know from Corona, very proud of where they came from. Well, he approached me not too long ago about a story in his old hood about a piece of living history, living and breathing history. History that has had such a profound impact on that community that people living there and those who no longer live there still talk about it to this day.
Major pockets, shades on the optics. Fade when I'm topless, he blaze till I twat split. Exotic chick with the hot lips. Nigga thick thighs, chinky eyes. My bitch eating with chopsticks. Dashing the drop lit while he doing Mach 6. Way she swap spit on top of the cockpit. I tell him quick, I ain't got shit. But some chewing bubble gum, pop rock candy, baby, you knock wish. You pop a Louis 13 corpse. Some mean clothes, clean Porsche. Knocking bitches of your dreams off. Money in washing machines, boss. Little nigga come back around when you finally climb up the beanstalk. Educated hoes, you think it's scholars. Distinct chihuahuas, cause we got them belly dancing for some wrinkled dollars. Pop my mint collars, her name Delilah. Bling the vodka, did an all-nighter in a sperm drinking saga. She ride lower than La Raza. In my youth, I used to pimp prostitutes at the plaza. No lie, tell you the truth, be a monster.
Queens get the money, long time no cash. Queens get the money, long time no cash. I'm from Queens, get the Queens niggas all plays. You, number E, bad anthem.
Where is drug influence, the blood fluid flow fluent, homes ruined, funeral home doings, caught up in the shooting, usually on doings, sketch doing, put a headstone to him. Know what it's about, the shit not pretty route. Crackhead ran about the house with the titties out. In the kitchen, dirty dishes and the crispy out. 50 kids in the house on a pissy couch. Chick goal is Joan River, she a stone hitter. Blown liver, bitch, drink out Capone liquor. GB with the Perrion sippers. Known grippers off the strips, selling bricks like they home flippers. Prone to figures, keep a dome splitter. Drones deliver bricks to the stick, zoning with red bone sisters. Voice in the raspy state. I just lay back and stack, watching fatty shakes while they back his weight. Who masturbate? Nigga, I'm a magistrate. Put a tax in place for dealers can activate. Action hero Mac with a cape, they gravitate and leave them on their back straight. Cadillacs with drapes.
Never take this choice, but Brooklyn's the borough.
Brooklyn, I speak Brooklyn. This one is from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, stand up, show how we bout in the better. I'm talking about before we was out in the meadow. We was out stacking cheddar in the alpaca sweater. BBS up, sob out, eat your cheddar. A youth when I thought of shooting hoops on the corner until the pimp pulled up in that deuce in the quarter. We all saw a path that was lucrative sorta. Even though we know that's how you usually get caught up. Trying to make a bird fly and move on this corner. I'm running with the rockets like that Houston Kid Porter. Brooklyn shit. But y'all talking big. Nah, nigga, I'm talking about hawk, dog, and pig. We don't seek approval, we just keep it crucial. Jesus, peace, removal. Fuck that, run it. I'm talking about the home of me, Big, and Jay. Brooklyn do shit a whole complete different way, okay?
Never take this choice, cause Brooklyn's the borough.
I speak Brooklyn. This one is from Brooklyn. Queens get the money, long time no cash.
KGR and BDK going verse for verse on you. Cool G Rap and Big Daddy Kane together with Fly Till I Die. Boy, that's got that old school feel to it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Gotta love that. You're old to the new.
Over 50. Who would smash anybody under 50?
Pretty much.
They're putting music out today.
Yes, pretty much. Old to the new for episode 448. Cool G Rap featuring Big Daddy Kane. Fly Till I Die. We like that one very much. We're going to take our final break of the evening. When we come back, it will be time for Bill Reads Lyrics here on Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448.
John concurs. All right. Let me pull up a drop. Get that ready, and then get the lyrics intro ready. Suhaila, if you're still here, I apologize for what's about to happen.
Nice.
Where's my motherfucking piano? There it is. Gotta have that standing by. Well, I was going to play that one, but now I think I will play this one. It's not ready there, so we'll have to back that up there. We'll put this over here. Then we'll put that there. And then we'll go back to where we were and had the motherfucking piano. Okay, play it. Are you prepared?
Never.
Good. Then let's hit this drop and we'll get into some lyrics. And let's do that with a Shree. Who's your mama?
What's up, what's up, what's up? It's Sweet LD of Oaktown's 357, and you're listening to Mr. Throwback Thursday. What's up?
But it starts with
Question. It's called reading. Top to bottom, left to right. Group words together as a sentence. Take Tylenol for any headache. Midol for any cramp.
Most people probably don't listen to the lyrics, but they should.
Welcome to Bill Reads Lyrics.
Welcome back, Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448. It is indeed time for Bill Reads Lyrics. And yes, we had the Sweet LD drop right before that, and Suhaila had joined us earlier. I don't know if she's still here or not, but if she is, that was for you, because we appreciate you more than you could possibly know.
Yes. Oh, and once again, I apologize to the patrons. We record two different shows at the same time. One is through one software, and one is through another software. The one that we use for the patrons, the microphone level is jumping all over the place on its own. So there are parts of the show that are going to be deafening, and then there will also be parts of the show that don't even exist because it muted the microphone for whatever the hell reason it felt like doing. So this week's show, I apologize to the patrons. You're going to have a bunch of gaps, so you should just listen to the regular release. I will still upload the patron version so you can hear the before show and after show, but I would listen to the regular version of the show this week. Where are you?
Sounds good.
Yeah, it's all over the place. I mean, the microphone level just jumps and then it pegs down to the bottom. I have no idea what the hell's going on.
But we don't have to worry about that for music right now, because the only music is going to be the motherfucking piano, and that'll be in the background as Bill reads lyrics. So would you be so kind?
Which will be in the foreground. The Bill reads
which will be
part.
in the Another one who says this is the favorite part of the show. Tammy says, and Greg loves this segment. I don't know why this is, other than the fact that people just love to hear me embarrass myself. Oh, good Lord.
Yes.
So, all right, what am I doing?
First, because it's the easiest one to do.
Yes, and am I including the hook?
Oh, if you would like to, yes.
Okay, well, I'll do the hook and then stop at the beginning of verse 2. Okay.
The hook comes next. Yo, Jay, drop it. All right. So, with no type of ado, Sesame Street Grover Stiley, whether nearer.
I just had to clear my eyes for a second so I can read.
We'll cue the motherfucking piano.
It's morning, 7 o'clock. You at my clinic. It's me, your orthopedic gynecologist. You looking pretty and fine. Go ahead. Blow my mind. Girl, what's wrong? Come here. Let me take a look. You say you got burnt. Your man should have wore a rubber. What type of partners you have? Who's your first lover? He never turned you around, showed you doggy style. We got some things in common, honey. Let's talk a while. Did he lick you there? Percolate your atmosphere? I got a mask at home, boots, and some leather gear. How about me and you in black? I'm hitting from the back. Tail in my face and all juicy brown booty. I'm the master. Rubber splits. Let me do my duty. Girl, let me touch you. Girl, let me touch you there. I want to feel you. Can you tell me what's wrong? Girl, let me touch you there. Girl, let me touch you there. I want to feel you. Can you tell me what's wrong? Girl, let me touch you there. Hey, baby.
Yay! Got to love some Cool Keith.
Dr. Octagon.
I would really love to have Keith on the show. Really.
I don't know if we could survive that. I think if we had him on the show, we'd have to take a week off.
Yes.
We would definitely have to take a week off.
And it may actually take us a week to be able to release that show.
And then the following week would just be us constantly saying chicken chow mein, mein.
Chow mein, mein.
Bill reads lyrics once again, the highlight of any nutritious breakfast.
McGee.
Fresh Flicks will be coming to us September 29th.
It will, theoretically.
Theoretically, yes. For those who are in the non-fungible football league, the TBT NFFL,
yes.
Throwback Thursday non-fungible football league, your draft is Saturday night. I will do my best to be on there as well. So,
the draft room, I believe, will be open 30 minutes prior.
Yes.
There is a very good chance that the StreamYard room will be open. So anyone in the league who would like to draft in the StreamYard room, send me a message or an email or something so I can send you the link to the room.
Mm-hmm.
Aside from that, I believe I will stream the live draft just for shits and giggles.
Remember, it's all shits and giggles until someone giggles and shits.
Indeed. Which Saturday, John? The Saturday after this show releases, yes.
Yes.
That's what it's said on the league message board.
The Saturday of Labor Day weekend.
Yes, so that's when it is.
Sarah's going to love watching us draft. Yeah, I'm sure she will.
Well, I think last year, John, wasn't it just you and me? We were the only ones that were there for the live draft, and we were actually in the StreamYard room.
I think I was there for about 30 seconds, and then my phone died, and I was like, shit.
Auto draft.
But I had everybody ranked, so my draft actually wasn't terrible. So
Yeah, but we did not stream it last year. We were just in the room together. I think this year I found a way that we can stream the draft board and actually
good
be
Lord.
able to draft and not have to worry about showing our own stuff.
So that'll be this Saturday night.
It will be.
And Fresh Flicks September 29th. That's a month from tonight as we record.
Yes.
And I think that's going to do it for everything. So I believe I shall change my hat.
You should. You should go from Bill to Phil. And and then you can take us home.
Okay. Mr. Throwback Thursday, episode 448, was brought to you by the world's strongest coffee, that is Death Wish Coffee, which was in these stylish new mugs, which are available on Thursday for the patrons.
Yep, and Friday for
non-patrons after, if there's any left. So, that would be the world's strongest coffee, Death Wish Coffee. Find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or at deathwishcoffee.com. Use the code TBT for 12% off. You can order the pumpkin chai spice coffee, which is now available. I actually saw it on the shelves in Walmart this past weekend already. So nothing goes better in these orange mugs than the pumpkin spice coffee. I still have some left from last year, so I will grind up some beans on that and probably have that done. Friends of the show, Def Rugs, defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at Def Rugs. Handmade, high quality, hip-hop themed rugs from Marshall Fox and Eric Sermon, the original Ruggy Fresh and the Green-Eyed Bandit. Go check out Def Rugs at defrugs.com, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and tell them Mr. Throwback Thursday sent you.
Please do.
Schenectady, New York, J Street, the home of Bittersweet Candy Company, the world's greatest candy company, run by Heather Lent, our friend. She makes candy and chocolate that is handmade, small batch, different, and check them out on Facebook. Order at bittersweetcandy.com. Use our code THROWBACK and save 10% off of your order at bittersweetcandy.com. Tell Heather we sent you. If you use the code THROWBACK, she'll know. Melted Mics, MLTDMICS.com. Hip-hop themed t-shirts from the mind of Pumice T. Mendola, or Plumbus if you ask certain people. Use our code Mr. Throwback Thursday and save 10% off your order at Melted Mics. You can get some excellent t-shirts there. Bill is not going to deflate this week. I actually feel pretty good. It's a little hot in here, but I do have the fan going in the back, so hopefully I will not pass away before the end of the shout-outs and stuff.
Good.
Don't forget... see, I almost forgot. Etsy.com/shop/geek-like-you. Geek Like You available through Etsy. From the Sick Twisted Mind of Mr. Throwback Thursday and his sick twisted wife, Mrs. Throwback Thursday. That is hip-hop and pop culture themed items. Start ordering now. Christmas will be here before you know it. And Jamie gets very busy during Christmas time.
I do.
Geek Like You, where the geeks shall inherit the earth. And God help us all once they get it.
Mm-hmm.
Social media network for the show. Don't forget to visit us, MrThrowbackThursday.com. Leave us a voice message by clicking on that microphone on there entitled Hit Us Up.
And we play them all.
We do play them all. We played one a couple of weeks ago from Rob. That was nice. Go check that out. You can also follow along with all the show notes and everything. I don't know why my camera is really fogging me up here, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Probably the best I've looked all night. So go check out MrThrowbackThursday.com. I look like powder again. Follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles. Jamie is at _MR_TBT. I am Bill_MR_TBT, which is also my Instagram page. You can follow that. Or you can follow Jamie on Instagram at Mr. Throwback Thursday. If you follow us on Twitter, you would have seen the interesting conversation we had with Configa last week.
Yes.
So shout out to Configa.
Yes.
Yeah, fogging is better than sneezing. I haven't done nearly as much of that. I've coughed a couple of times, but I hit the mute button beforehand. I have.
He could be a DJ in the 2020s because he's a button pushing magician now.
I could like the Facebook page.
Yes, please.
Mr. Throwback Thursday, which is where this all started. I remember Jamie posted a memory the other day of an idea that we had.
Years ago or something?
Yeah, an idea that we had. And here we are. You can also join Home of the TBT Posse, which is where you can all interact. Go check that out. Yes, and pick on me, because that's what basically everybody does.
Well, yeah, that's kind of how it works around here.
You can check us out every Thursday morning from 6 to 8 a.m. Eastern on Fresh Radio at itsfreshradio.com and the Fresh Radio app for your phone. You can also send us emails at mrthrowbackthursday@gmail.com. It is shout-out time.
Yay, yay.
Shout-outs to Gail Dunmeyer, Manny Baez, Sarah Henderson, John Henderson, Hugo Gonzalez, Sanket Patel, Teresa Lynn Simple Luxuries at teresalins.com, Clay Arsenault, Jason Eckert, the Shrieking Warrior Jennifer Buchanan, Jacob O'Neill, Jason Heath, Paulie Tibbert, Chris Kinsley, Jessica Walker, Deshauna Townley, Shane Hatley, Ricky Schnarr, Kenneth Elsfelder, Cranky Pants, Brian Hollenbeck, Robert Jeffroy, and Kate Harvey. They get mentioned every week because...
Or more. And they also have a day access early to our new mugs that the rest of you don't.
And if you want to get your name mentioned every week and have that access for future releases, become a patron. Go to patreon.com/MRTBT or go to MrThrowbackThursday.com and click on that Become a Patron link on our website.
Yeah, you get early access and early notification on everything, and you get votes on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like this mug that we're putting out. You may have seen it. It's right here.
Yes.
This mug, the mug style, the mug color, the bottom stamp has all been approved by the patrons in the past.
Absolutely.
So if you want to have input on our output, that's a good way to do it.
Don't forget our friends, as always. Check out Anthony Imran and the Rug Boy over at the Jock and Nerd podcast. You can check out our friend Talking Ty on her webpage at BrooklynTyNYC.com and her show, the What's the Word podcast on Brooklyn Ty NYC.
You should do that.
The hardest working turntablist in the world, DJ B, on itsfreshradio.com. You can get that Fresh Radio app for your phone. You can check us out on Wild One Radio, wildoneradio.com. We'll tell you where you can find us anytime, anywhere in the world. You can listen to us through wildoneradio.com. We want to thank everybody. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. Please leave us reviews. Your input helps our output. Your input also helps the algorithms to help determine our place in the rankings of podcasts and things like that. Yeah. So please don't forget to subscribe, rate, review, all that good stuff. Find us. Share the good word. As I am still in recovery mode, I will remind everybody, take care of yourselves. Wash your hands.
Wash your butt.
Wear your masks. And until next time, keep it classic.
And like Cool Keith says, armed with 7 rounds of space doo-doo pistols.
And always remember,
new school stale, old school fresh.
F-R-E-S-H